Hey, what's going on, everyone? James Lynch here. This is my UFC 274 live stream watch party. Thank you so much for joining. We got a lot to talk about tonight, but before we get into everything here, just hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you are watching this. You got to subscribe to submit questions. That's the deal. And we got a ton of time here tonight. We're just finishing up the Francisco Trinaldo Danny Roberts fight, waiting to see what's happening there. And the pay-per-view should be starting momentarily. Got to remind you, as always, can't show footage on this channel. So in case people are wondering we can't do that as the pay-per-view is about to start here momentarily. Let me just quickly put a disclaimer up here. Actually, don't need to do that. Forget about it. Yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? We got lots of time. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, just post them here in the chat. We can talk about stuff that's already happened on the card. We can get your picks for the pay-per-view as well. Also got to give a big shout out to NSPN. If you're watching me over there on their Facebook page or the YouTube channel, big shout out to them. They've been a part of me for about the last year doing these live streams. It's been really awesome. So yeah, big shout out to NSPN for doing this as well. Also, 1000 Mile Global. Click the link on the description, get 15% off your total order. I'm wearing their pants right now. They're a great company. What can I say? They're awesome. So shout out to 1000 Mile Global on that. What else do we got here? Sorry, just making sure I got everything sort of lined up. Yeah, everything's looking good. So if you guys have any questions, just post them in the chat. Otherwise, I'll just be watching this montage here for Face the Pain. Yeah, we're still waiting for that. So again, yeah, appreciate everyone tuning in here. It's going to be a good stream tonight. We can kind of go over some of the results on the card already if you guys want, or we can just talk about whatever. Still waiting for some questions here from everyone. But like I said, if you have any questions, just post them in the chat here. Anyone drinking anything interesting tonight? I got a Kokanee I'm drinking tonight. So shout out to Kokanee, really good beer here in British Columbia. So definitely into that. Just give me 1 second. What happened to Cowboy? He had an illness. They didn't say exactly what. Food poisoning, I believe, is what Ariel Helwani reported. So Cowboy Joe Lozon not on the card. Chaos Williams, Randy Brown now on the pay-per-view. So that's a good replacement in my opinion. They're going to rebook the Cowboy and Joe Lozon fight instead. All right, cheers everyone to those who are drinking tonight. There we go. Gonna have my one beer tonight. Oh, that's good. That's good. Let me fix the lighting here. I want to lighten things up a little bit in the back. Be a little bit lighter there. What do we think? Yeah, it looks better. There we go. Yeah. So again, they're just showing all the stuff going on with the pay-per-view right now. Just nothing happening there. We can go over some of the results earlier and maybe talk about that. Opening up the card, we had Journey Newson getting it done. Actually, I might as well just share the screen since I can. So you can see there on the preliminary card, Journey Newsom getting it done over Fernie Garcia. Both Fernie making his debut. Close fight. Journey ends up edging it out. Late, Lupi Godinez, really dominant win over Carnelossi in that one. Getting it done. She looked outstanding in that fight. Gets a decision win there. Could have almost got a finish, I think, a couple times. CJ Viguera getting it done over Clayton Rodriguez, who was an underdog in this one. Ended up getting it done. I saw some people upset with the scorecards. I was fine with it. I personally didn't have an issue with CJ getting the nod there. You had Tracy Cortez getting it done over Melissa Gatto. Good win for Tracy. Now 10-1. I think she's definitely in the right weight class now at 125. Andre Filiao getting it done over Cameron Van Camp. Why did they even do this fight? Like, we knew this was going to happen. If you watch the preview show, Andre Filiao by knockout was pretty likely. So I couldn't actually end up finding a Filiao by knockout prop on any of the books. So I just, I parlayed Filiao in a few ones there. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's to keep Filiao busy, but like that fight made no sense whatsoever. Blagoy Ivanov getting it done over Marcos Rodrigo de Lima. Good win for him there. That was a close fight too. I know it says unanimous, but I thought it was pretty close. Brandon Royval getting it done over Matt Schnell, running into a little bit of trouble and then coming back and getting it done with the guillotine choke. Big win there for Brandon, 14-6. Now he needed a finish after going the distance in his last fight. And then Macy Chasson getting it done over Norma Dumont. Remember, I was telling you guys in the preview show, I thought Macy could do it. She does. She gets it done. Good performance from her tonight. I think she should stay at 145 if they're going to continue doing that division. I think that's a better weight class for her. And of course, Francisco Trinaldo getting it done over Danny Roberts, nearly finishing Roberts. Roberts has got a hell of a chin on him, but wasn't able to get it done tonight over Francisco Trinaldo. So there we go. That's everything going on the prelim portion of the card. They said food poisoning, but I think it's probably stress insured. The guy had a lot on his plate this week. I can tell at his scrum on Wednesday the pressure was getting to him. Okay, probably stress ensued that he got food poisoning. You think he was sick because he was stressed out? What was on his plate this week? I don't know. I honestly don't know. What was what's been kind of on his plate or whatever. Yeah, I mean, obviously he wasn't able to go, so that's the result of it. Drinking some Goat Island Blood Orange beer. Glad they rebooked the fight. Yes, on the latter part, and I've never had Goat Island Blood Orange beer. I should try that out. Brynmore, how's it going, man? Hope you're well. Has the Charles weight miss fiasco changed your pick of the fight, or do you still think he gets the job done? Not at all. He missed weight by 0.5. As far as I'm concerned, he's still going to be just as good to get it done. I don't know why he wasn't able to get that last 5 pounds off, but he should be good to go. So yeah, I think my pick's still the same. I still think he gets it done over Justin Gaethje tonight, but we'll see. I don't know. I got this weird feeling though, the fact that it's not for the belt and all this other stuff. One sec. I got to do something before I hopped on here. And as you can see, I can't multitask. So there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, what was I getting to? Yeah, no, pick hasn't changed. Still going with Charles Oliveira. What is up, my man? Sinister Story. Good to hear from you, buddy. Hope all is well. Always enjoy having you on these chats here. Hope your night's going evening. Doesn't Cerrone have a history of stage fright, throwing up before the fight nights? It's possible he asked to be pulled and doesn't feel mentally well enough to fight. Again, what was on his plate this week that he hasn't had to deal with before? Maybe I missed something. I don't watch a lot of the like media stuff unless there's anything like, really outstanding. Like, I don't know. I'm just one of those people there. Macy looked great tonight versus Norma. If the UFC made 145 for women, stick the real Macy could be the biggest benefactor of that for sure. I think they will. I have a feeling you're going to see some of these girls from 35 that don't like cutting the weight go up to 45, especially if, Nunes is towards the end of her tenure here. Why wouldn't you want to go fight in that division? There's not many fighters in there. I think the chance of getting a title shot at 145 is pretty good. It's a local beer brewed in Cullman, Alabama. Awesome. Never been to Alabama before. That sounds cool. Have you been surprised by how fans have responded to the Charles weight miss? The majority of people I've seen are sympathetic towards him, posting justice for Charles, etc. So I'm on the fence a bit because it was 0.5 pounds. Like, had he missed by like 5 pounds and fans were sympathetic, yeah, I'd be like, what are you talking about? So I and I know that Charles has had a history of missing weight, although I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure this is the first time he's missed at 155. So I can understand the sympathy, but at the same time, like you have to make the limit. I know some people said there's some issues with the scale. If you're a champion, come under, if anything, if you're even worried about a bad scale or something, that would be my advice, because look, now he's not the champ. It's got to play with him a little bit mentally here tonight. I still think he's going to win, but I mean, that whole situation is just such a bummer considering the story that he's had. People calling this guy a bust. He's never going to do anything. Here he is. Nice run. Becomes the lightweight champion and all that, and nice title defenses over Chandler and Justin, not Justin Gaethje, Poirier, and great story. And now here he is losing the belt like this. It's kind of a bummer, but at least he'll get the he'll be the number one contender if he wins tonight, regardless. It's a sticky situation for sure. I know Casey O'Neill tweeted what happened. Charles was weighed twice before the official weigh-in, both times 155. Official scale 155. 2 times he weighed on 155 on the digital scale. So yeah, that's where I can understand fans being sympathetic, because like he barely missed, right? It's not like he came in at 160 or something, right? Different story there. So I kind of sympathize with that. James, you ever try edibles? Possibly trying one tonight. Yeah, all the time. Just know your dosage limit would be my advice. Go less is more. They take a bit to kick in. Give it an hour. Take a little bit, and then take like a little chunk of whatever it is you're having. Figure out how many milligrams are in it. Take a small chunk. Have some. Wait an hour. See how you feel then. But don't, like, a lot of people make the mistake when it comes to edibles of like taking it and they're like, oh, this hasn't even hit me, I'm going to take more, and then you're really screwed over. So that would be my advice. What else we got here? Let's keep the questions going. Again, just seeing, pre-fight stuff, which is look, when you're paying for a pay-per-view, especially as much as it is, to me, get on with the show. To me, they should do like a quick thing being like, we're excited about the card, etc., and then go to the first fight. Because chances are, if you're buying the pay-per-view, you already know who's on the card. You already know all the storylines. If you're like me, I paid attention to everything leading into this, did my picks, all that. Like, come on. So let's get into the fights. Like, they're showing all this stuff about Rose and Carla. Like, I know all this. Come on. What else do we got? What do you think they do if Charles wins the fight? Who fights for the belt? So that's the interesting thing. It's my understanding. So if Charles wins tonight, he'll be the number one contender. If Gaethje wins, he'll be the champion. So it really doesn't matter. Like regardless, Oliveira, if he wins tonight, he will fight for the belt next. Now the question is, like, will it be a vacant? It'll be a vacant belt if he wins tonight. It'll be obviously Justin. If he wins, he'll be the champion. So who fights the winner? Well, I mean, there's some conspiracy theories out there that it could be Conor, which I'll say right now. I'll say it again. I'll talk about this in the post-fight show. That's bullshit. Conor McGregor should be nowhere near a title shot with the run that he's been on recently. And I know he's Conor McGregor. People say, oh, well, what about the fighter getting the big payday? We got to treat this as a sport at some point, people. We can't just insert Conor McGregor into a title fight because he's Conor McGregor. I think he's got to win a few. Then we can talk about that. To me, the obvious choice is Islam Makhachev. Now, Dana White has come out and said that Islam needs to take one more fight. We'll see if that sticks after this whole fiasco tonight in terms of what's happened there. But in my eyes, if I'm the commissioner, if I'm Dana White, I'm going Islam Makhachev fights the winner of tonight's fight, regardless if it's Justin or if it's for Charles. If it's for Charles, then it would be a vacant belt. If it's for Justin, then it's for Justin's belt, so to speak. Good to see you too, Amanda. How are you? Whoops, sorry, your question popped up there. Good to see you, Amanda. Hope you're well. Preach James, a lot of us fans were considered exactly what Dana would do. I mean, who sells more, Conor versus Justin or Conor versus Charles? Conor sells, I mean, regardless, Conor's going to sell well no matter what. He's Conor McGregor. So it doesn't matter, like, if it's Charles or I mean, obviously Justin would bring in more money. But what I'm saying is that I just, like, to me, it's just, you can't just give him a title shot. That's, yeah, I think even now fans are at the point where they'd be a little bit like, I think even Conor fans would be like, no, he doesn't deserve it. Like, he doesn't. Like, especially at lightweight. Like, his last lightweight win was Eddie Alvarez, was it not? Because Cerrone was at 170. Or would it have been, it might have been Nate Diaz, actually. Hold on, let me look at it here. His last win at lightweight was Eddie Alvarez, because the Cerrone fight was at welterweight. That's right. So you got to go all the way back to November of 2016, the last time Conor McGregor had a win at 155. He shouldn't be getting a title shot. I'll say that there. We know there have been rumblings of Islam versus Vanille at UFC 280 in Abu Dhabi, but who knows after tonight? Exactly. We'll sort of see where they go here. You think it's strange that Dana has done no media this weekend? I posted in the Patreon Discord tweet by Fight Oracle that he said he'd been hearing some things about him, his health, I'm guessing. Yeah, I would. Fight Oracle is a guy who's well connected. I would not be surprised if there's some truth to that. Who knows? It could be a number of things, but I think that it's probably something. I mean, Dana never misses a pay-per-view, so something's got to be up. So hopefully Dana White's okay. We'll see what is going on. What else do we have here? Someone just pointed out tonight that the Brazilians are 1-5 here tonight. So not good for the Brazilians, but we'll see how the rest of the night goes. What else we got here as far as questions, everyone? Keep them coming here. We're just, again, seeing the Randy Brown and Chaos Williams highlights. Again, once that fight starts, we can get to it. But for now, this is what I'm looking at here. A bunch of highlights of fighters. I already know what's going to happen. This is a close fight. So I did pick Chaos Williams. If Randy Brown wins tonight, would it shock me? Absolutely not. I think Chaos's only path to victory is if he keeps it standing, either knocks out Randy Brown, which, we know that can be done, or he, just wins off volume and wins sort of the striking battle and wins the decision here. But Randy Brown, I think, is the better fighter overall. I think Randy's got a really good ground game. If he gets us to the ground, it could be very interesting with Chaos Williams. I think it's a really good opportunity for Randy Brown to pull an upset here. So if you guys are betting, even if you slightly like Randy Brown, getting him at plus money, I think it might be worth a stab. Let's keep the questions coming, everyone. Apparently in Arizona, the fighters have to be weighed in no longer than 24 hours before the main event starts, and the UFC had their fighters weigh in a few hours early. I think Charles and his... Oh, I see. Yeah, I've heard some weird commission stuff that's happened with the whole Oliveira thing, so who knows? I mean, if it's Conor McGregor missing weight by 0.5, you think they're doing the same thing? They're probably going to let it slide, or they'll justify something here. I think that definitely played a role. I think because it was Oliveira, they're like, we're not going to do anything for you. But you think if Conor missed weight, or some of their bigger stars, let's say it's like Adesanya or John Jones or someone like that, missed weight by 0.5, you think they're having the same thing where they take away their belt? Probably not, because it's the first time this has happened in UFC history where a fighter who's a champion has missed weight and their title's gone. If you remember Nico Montano, who's sort of close to that, she actually just, had an issue cutting weight and couldn't even get to the scale. So that was different. Team taking legal action against the state commission is something to keep an eye on. Yeah, absolutely. I will be as well. They're saying the Cowboys fight is canceled due to a COVID-19 issue. Oh, well, there you go. Oh, we got Gabriel. What's up, man? How are you? I'm doing well. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. I think Randy Brown versus Chaos Williams is a great fight to open up the pay-per-view. Could be a winner, one step closer to cracking the top 15 at welterweight. It's a stacked division. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, that's how I feel as well. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, my name is James Lynch. Thank you so much for watching. This is my UFC 274 Hangout stream. We're going to be hanging out all night, watching the pay-per-view. I'll be answering questions as they go along. I can't show any fight footage, as you guys know, but if you guys want to do me a solid, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you haven't already. If you guys are feeling extra generous, hit that donation button. I'm doing this for, the love of the people and just to hang out with a bunch of cool people here tonight and watch the card and all that. But yeah, so that's a couple ways you can support me here on the stream. James, are you buying the Tony jumping on the scale, throwing it off, maybe a real concern? No, I don't think that's it. I mean, I don't know enough. I don't know the mechanics behind a scale, but that seems pretty wild that would screw things up because all the other fighters made weight, right? So what's the biggest upset in the main card that I think is going to happen? I mean, the only this was my poll question last week on the show. What's most likely to have an upset? If Gaethje knocked out Oliveira, wouldn't shock me. I think that's the one. As far as some other fights that could upset, actually probably Randy Brown, the fight we're watching right now. I think out of all the fights on the main card, that's one where I could say, yeah, I could see Randy Brown winning that. Then I'd probably go Gaethje, and then I'd probably go Carla. I think if Tony wins, that'll be a huge upset. And I know people are like, oh, you're disrespecting Ferguson, all these things, right? What it breaks down to for me is just the fact that yeah, it's oh my god, I lost my train of thought here. What it boils down to for me is I just don't know how Tony wins. Like people are saying Tony's going to submit Chandler, or that he's going to knock him out in the first round. Like when has Tony done that recently? And granted he's fighting really high level guys, but I don't see that happening here. So that's sort of my take on it. And yeah, I mean, I'd love to see Tony win. I think it would be a great story, but I just don't see it happening. So, what do we got here? All right. Sorry, I had a PR guy messaging me about an interview. Based on what happened, have you changed your mind on the main event? I've not. No, because again, he missed by 0.5. It's not. I don't think he looked terrible on the scale either. It's just tough cut for him. Did they replace the Cowboy fight? No, they didn't. They've rebooked Cowboy and Lozon. They just bumped this Randy Brown and Chaos Williams fight to the pay-per-view. I truly believe Tony is no longer elite. Father Time has a new member of its club. I said the same thing. It's kind of like with Tyron Woodley. Remember, we saw Tyron Woodley. People are like, well, Woodley, it's like when he fought Jake Paul. They're like, well, he can knock out Jake Paul. And I'm like, but we haven't seen Tyron knock anyone out since the Robbie Lawler fight. So same sort of thing here. Like, I just think Tony's not the same Tony. If you're expecting the Tony that beat, Edson Barbosa or beat Rafael dos Anjos or any of those guys, I don't think that Tony exists anymore. Maybe he does, but I'd say that's highly unlikely. So love how they're putting so much betting stuff on the screen now. They got Brown winning inside the distance and all this stuff. I mean, I never thought we'd see the day, but that's so cool. So there we go. What else we got? Okay, let's keep it going. How's it going, James? Real shame that Charles got stripped. Personally, I feel like that's an overreaction on the UFC's part, but it is what it is. Yeah, he missed weight, unfortunately. Okay, we got tail of the tape here for Randy Brown and Chaos Williams here. So Randy Brown, 31 years old. Chaos Williams, 28. I forgot that he's younger. 6'3" for Randy Brown, just 6 feet tall for Chaos Williams. Both weighed in at 170 or 170.5 for Randy Brown. 78-inch reach for Randy Brown, 77 for Chaos Williams. So pretty similar. Randy Brown's a little bit older, but he's also a little bit taller. So we'll see how that plays out, but really excited for this fight. The UFC got this one right as far as elevating a fight on the pay-per-view. Randy Brown, Chaos Williams is going to be amazing. Randy Brown's a guy who's definitely paid his dues in the UFC. Chaos Williams, a couple nice highlight reel wins, but he's had a loss, sort of in between there. So we'll see what he's able to do here tonight, but really exciting fight in the welterweight division. I agree with whoever posted earlier. The winner of this is going to crack that top 15, I would think. And it's weird. Chaos Williams never does really any pre-fight interviews. I think he just doesn't like doing media. But post-fight, usually he does. So if he wins tonight, chances are I'll get a post-fight interview with him. But we'll see. And I never recognize the guy because he always wears sunglasses, usually when he's doing his interviews or any sort of media. So we'll see. I know Chaos spending a bit of time at Jackson Wink this camp. And work, or should I say, not Jackson Wink, but down in Albuquerque, working with John Jones a bit. Whereas I know Randy Brown for this camp stayed at home, no cross training. Got to work a bit in New York and everywhere else. So there we go. Let's see. I agree. I'm still going with Oliveira, but if Justin wins, I wouldn't be surprised. There you go. If we're talking about a Justin Gaethje knockout win, not surprised there. How competitive would have Gaethje Cowboy be at 170? Still wouldn't be competitive. I think Cerrone's taken way too much damage. Alex Morono, of all people, knocked out Cerrone in his last fight. What's the most weight in the shortest amount of time you've heard a fighter had to cut? I've heard like 20, 25 pounds. Can't remember who, but there you go. Just signed up for the Patreon. Oh, I appreciate that, Golden Toast Soul. That's awesome. I will send you the Discord link when I'm off this chat here. So good to meet you, man. I'll send that shortly. Okay, we are underway. Randy Brown, Chaos Williams. Randy Brown is in the what do we got here? Oh, oops, I got to turn my volume here. Randy Brown is in the green trunks. Chaos Williams in the black and gray. So I'll answer your questions once this fight is over, in between rounds type thing. We can talk about this as we're going along here. Again, Randy Brown, Chaos Williams. Oh, nice kick to the body there by Chaos. Nice sidestep stomp by Randy Brown. Oh, nice kick to the body there by Brown. Chaos, though, counters with the right of his own. Nice leg kick lands there for Chaos Williams. Jab lands there for Randy Brown. 1-2 misses there for Chaos Williams. Knee up front. Doesn't do much there. Nice kick up front. Oh, kick lands there for Randy Brown, but he falls backwards. Chaos swarming. Doesn't do anything with it. Now he's trying to land some bombs. Randy clinches him up, but Randy's back's against the cage right now. He's looking for that underhook. See there, he's got Brown pinned up against the fence. Let's see if he can do anything here. Trying to land some shots to the body there. Oh, nice knee there from Randy Brown. Now Randy's coming forward. Nice shot to the body there. They are now back in the center of the cage. So brief pin against the cage there from Chaos Williams to Randy Brown, but Randy escapes that and he's down the center of the cage. Now Chaos, oh, looks like he hurt Randy there. Oh, Randy's on his back now. Oh, this might be over. Randy's turtling up right now. I think he caught him there. I think he's trying to get a submission here. Man, you got to be pissed if you're a Chaos Williams. You're betting him by knockout because he's got a submission in here right now. Is he going to land it? He's got Randy in like a headlock, a little front lock there. This is crazy. Chaos Williams ground game. We never thought we'd see it. But Randy's really good on the ground. I mean, we'll see if he can do anything here with it. So we'll see. I don't know. Seems like Randy's fine, so I don't know. Oh, and he's out. So that's big. Now Chaos is up. Let's see if he can do anything here. Back to the feet. 2 minutes left to go in the round. Nice inside leg kick by Chaos Williams lands. Oh. Slip there from Randy Brown as he landed a kick. Oh. Knee to the body lands for Brown. Oh, flying knee from Randy Brown. But does not land. Jumping knee, I should say, not flying knee. Oh, uppercut lands for Randy Brown, but Chaos just takes it. He's all good. They are really landing here. Low leg kick there for Williams lands. Brown going for the takedown. That's stuffed. Nice underhooks there by Chaos Williams. He's got Brown pinned against the cage. Randy's got a guillotine though right now. He's done this before, a standing guillotine. He did this on Cowboy Oliveira. Oh, 29 seconds left. We'll see if they can do anything here. He's got Chaos in like a headlock right now. I don't think it's really doing much. 10 seconds left. Okay. Really close first round. I think I give the edge to Chaos Williams in that one just because of the knockdown, but we'll see what they decide to do there. So Oliveira is fighting tonight. Someone was asking that. If yes, of course he's fighting tonight. He just cannot win the belt. It's the only difference. So it was a great first round. Chaos is up. Significant strikes, 18-11 after round one. Yeah, I would think he's up. It was close though. It was very close. Yeah, so Randy got hurt by a straight right. Okay, round two underway. Let's see how round two goes here. Oh, Randy Brown with a nice shot that lands on Chaos Williams. Randy really confident this round, coming out nice and smooth. Chaos is the one backing up a bit here. Oh. Oh, front kick lands there for Randy Brown. He's getting really confident here. Moving around really well. Nice jab there. Leg kick lands there for Chaos Williams. Another leg kick lands. Randy's not really checking those kicks too much there. More leg kicks there by Chaos Williams. Again, not much happening right now. Oh. Yeah, Randy's getting like kind of like cocky a little bit here. And Chaos just hit him. He slugged him really good with the right there. Like, I think Randy's actually landed more this round. I'd have to look at the significant strikes, but oh, question mark kick there from Randy Brown lands. Oh, landed an elbow, did not land. Sorry, he tried to land an elbow. Jab lands though. Another leg kick there by Chaos Williams lands. He's trying again, another 1-2. Doesn't land. Yeah, Chaos is like trying to like wind up for a big shot, but nothing's really landing here. Now he's got Brown against the cage, but Brown is the one with underhooks. Now he's got a overhand there. He's going to try and grab the head. He's got the neck of Chaos Williams again. Let's see if he tries to get a submission. Again, he has standing submission wins. So Chaos against the cage doing some foot stomps. Trying to do something here. Yeah, Rogan's pointing out how frustrated Chaos is, and I would agree. He's not really getting much done here. Yeah, so round 2, significant strikes. Does look like Chaos is landing more. He's at 21 compared to 17, but I don't know, though. Brown, I think's landed a little bit more in this round. We'll see. Oh, yeah. Williams just got caught there by Randy. I think Randy Brown's going to take this round. I know Chaos is up on the significant strikes, but Brown's done way more this round than Chaos has, so I think this is likely tied 19-19 going into the third. 7 seconds left. 6 seconds. That round wasn't that great, if I'm being honest. Okay, let's see what they say here. So his coach is basically telling Chaos, you need to do more. I don't know what the judges are thinking. Yeah, nothing going on in that round. So Joseph and I are on the same page here. We both feel that Randy probably took that round. You don't want no judges. Good corner speech here by Chaos Williams, his coach. All right, here we go. Third and final round. I think third takes it. And Randy Brown is the favorite at minus 285. The comeback in Chaos Williams plus 200 in the live betting. So we'll see. Oh, kick to the face by Randy Brown lands. Another leg kick lands in. Oh, nice. Oh, hit Brown there. Yeah, Williams not doing a whole lot here. Another leg kick lands. Oh, right, left hand there lands for Randy Brown. He clipped Chaos there. Chaos fires back with a right of his own. Now Brown's just teeing off on him. Look at this. Being backed up a little bit here. Yeah, still kind of going back and forth here. Nice jab there, Lance. Now Chaos is trying to come forward, but he hasn't really done anything. Nothing since that first round. The first round was really when he put his stamp on, and hasn't done much since. Oh, Chaos hit. Oh, he hit Brown there. Brown's on his back now. Can he do something here? We got 2 minutes and 26 seconds left, but he's got to be careful because Brown's good on the ground too. Can he do something with this? Here we go. Oh, and they're back to their feet. Oh man, that sucks for Chaos. That was his opportunity, I think. And Brown now firing back. Nice right hand lands. Chaos is trying to go. Oh, Brown hits him again with the right. Oh, nice knee lands for Randy Brown. Right lands for Randy Brown. Okay, now we're seeing some action. Where was this in round two? Come on, guys. This is great. They're both tired, though. See some deep breaths there. Chaos trying to fire back. Okay, things have slowed down a bit now. See if Randy can do anything here. Swing and a miss there for Randy Brown. Chaos capitalized. Now he's got some shots to the body. Now, can Chaos get the takedown here? I think he's trying to do it. And Randy Brown's landing some elbows there. Looks like they're legal from the cage. Chaos has got to get out of this position. He's getting hurt. Brown landing more significant strikes this round. Okay, we got 50 seconds left. This sequence here is going to determine everything because I don't know who you give it to right now. Oh, big elbow there from Williams. Oh, spinning back fist does not land there for Chaos Williams. Oh. Okay, now they're up against the cage. Brown's got him against the cage here. Landing some knees. Oh, and they split up again. 13 seconds left. Oh, nice right lands there. Yeah, I think Randy Brown won that fight. Wow, fight goes the distance. I'd hate to be a judge on that fight. I think Randy Brown edged that out, though, if I'm being honest. 29-28. Chaos taking the first. Randy Brown taking 2 and 3. We'll see what the judges say. Pretty sure that's how it's going to go, but we'll see. I'll get to your questions in a sec here. We're just going to see the decision here. Hey, James, sorry earlier I said Gaethje versus Colby, not Cowboy. Oh, my bad. How would that fight go? Colby would win that. I always take the guy that's the mainstay in the weight class. I don't know how Gaethje would look at 170. Randy won significant strike, 72-66. Not sure how the judges see it. Yeah, really close fight. That third round was close because, Chaos did knock Brown down, but I thought Brown landed more overall in the round. I think Brown did enough to win, and I picked Chaos Williams in this fight, so there's no bias here. It's kind of how I'm looking on it. Oh, Dana White is in the crowd. Let's see. This would be a big win for Randy if he gets it. I'm pretty sure he wins this fight, but we'll see. See what the judges say. What do we got after this? Is it Shogun and yeah, it is Shogun and OSP. And then once we get through that, then the good fights start. $29-28 Brown. $29-28 Williams. Split. 28 for the winner by split decision. Randy Brown. Yeah, that was the right call. That was the right call for sure. That was a big win for him. See what Randy has to say post-fight. Rogan's just referencing the second round, how Brown kind of came out looking a lot different, which he did. He looked great. Says coming into this fight, Chaos is a dangerous guy. Says he was a little bit apprehensive in that first round. Randy says he wasn't hurt. Rogan asked him about him being clipped. And Randy Brown shouts out Jamaica. Okay, there we go. So we got a bit of time before the next one. Let's get some questions here if people want them. Again, Randy Brown taking a split decision. I thought that was the right call. Yeah. So we'll see what you guys think. If you guys have any questions here. So showing Rick Rufus on the screen. K1 legend. Jamal Hill in the house, which is good. And Chuck Liddell in the house. Let's see what we got here. That's 5 of 6 he's won. Vicente Luque is the only loss in that streak. It would be fun to see who he gets matched up with. I could see him facing somebody maybe 9-15 range. Here's a fight. I'll tell you right now. I don't think they fought before. Have they? I don't think they have. This is the fight you make. Okay? I'm going to say it right here. You do Jeff Neal and Randy Brown. That's the fight, right? Neal's ranked, I'm pretty sure. I think he's what, like 14 or something, isn't he? Let's see here. UFC rankings. Jeff Neal's number 12. I think that makes a lot of sense. Or Li Jingliang. You do him against because I don't think he has a fight booked. You could do him against Randy Brown as well. Randy Brown needs a ranked opponent though. I'm kind of that's what I'm kind of getting at there. So there we go. Yeah, let's hope for a quick finish on the next fight. I agree. Maybe we'll see. Maybe Sho can get his revenge and get a quick finish on OSP. We'll see. Good evening, James. What was your scorecard there? Owen, what's up? First off, great to hear from you, Owen. One of my good buddies over in the Patreon. If you guys haven't signed up for that yet, make sure you do that. By the way, Golden Postal, I'm going to get you your Discord link right now. So I get that all set up here. Yeah, my scorecard for the fight was I had Randy Brown winning 29-28. I thought that was the correct scorecard there. So let's see. Golden Toadstool, I'm going to send you your Discord link here right now. Just give me 1 second here. Just forget how to do the invite. Create an invite. There we go. All right. Whoops. There you go. You now have access to the Discord. For those who don't know what I'm talking about with the Discord is on Patreon. It's all the people who've signed up for the Patreon. We all get together and we have our own chat, and it's like a cool chat, and like you can find out who I'm interviewing every week. You can get your questions submitted in those interviews. Sometimes I break some news and kind of let you guys know, like, if there's anything I'm hearing or anything cool like that. And it's just a fun chat, like no trolls, no like fighter bashing, any of that stuff. It's like a cool chat. And the beauty thing is you can just sign up for the Patreon for 1 month and then cancel, and then you're still in the Discord chat forever. The link always keeps in there. So yeah, you can, again, if you guys want more content from me, I recommend the Discord chat. It's one of my favorite things as part of the Patreon. Who wins, Luque or Brady? Right now, Sean Brady. I have Shogun by decision. There we go. Chaos Williams versus Filiao next. Well, Filiao won, so I would think you'd want to give him someone, but I kind of like your line of thinking there. Yeah. I'd be down for that fight. Chaos, what's going on? You've got OSP by first round knockout. We'll see. I am done even trying to figure out OSP at this point. This guy's been super unpredictable, fighting at heavyweight, fighting at light heavyweight, getting good wins, getting bad losses. Like, the guy's been all over the place. Let's go look at his record here and see exactly what I'm talking about here. So OSP, last fight, gets knocked out by Tanner Boser in the second round about a year ago. Gets knocked out by Jamal Hill prior to that. Jamal Hill's really good, so I don't put too much there. Gets a nice win over Alonzo Menafield, finishing him there. I mean, Menafield's a pretty durable guy. Then he loses a split to Ben Rothwell. Then he beats Olejchuk. Then he loses to Krylov. Like, this guy's just so up and down. Like, he's got a nice win over Tyson Pedro. He has a head kick win over Corey Anderson. OSP does. But since then, he's lost to Latifi and Krylov and Rothwell and Boser. And it's like, I don't know what guy you're getting here. And granted, Shogun's kind of in the same boat here, right? Like, here's a guy that, he had a draw against Paul Craig. Normally, most people get submitted by Paul Craig, and then he does get submitted by Paul Craig a couple fights later. So, and he's barely fought. Like, since 2018, Shogun Rua has fought 1, 2, 3, 4 times. That's it. This will be his first fight since November of 2020. So, OSP should win, but there we go. Oh, so they officially announced Israel and Jared Cannonier on the pay-per-view. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, and they have Jessica. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's the fight card here. So we have what do we got? Yeah, so Adesanya and Cannonier is going to be headlining UFC 276. So I'll be going to that card. I'm excited for that one. Yeah, it was a close fight. Currently ripping my hair out because of the NHL. Terrible officiating, always sloppy gameplay from the Flames. What's going on in the Flames game? Let me know. Actually, I'll just Google right now. I have not been watching for obvious reasons, but because I've been watching this stuff. But it's 1-1 right now. Come on, Flames! I want them to win. Good win for Randy. Maybe do him and Daniel Rodriguez next. Again, I like your line of thinking here, but I think at this point he should get a ranked opponent here. You've got Rachmanov booked against Neil Magny. You've got Ponzinibbio booked against someone. To me, it's Li Jingliang or Jeff Neal, or you could even do Chiesa if you wanted to. I think those all make sense. Who would win in a fight? Paulo Costa versus Ray Lewis. The fighter would win. When you interview Raw Dog, will you ask him if you would take that Kai fight again for a title shot? I will ask him that. And actually, that was who was messaging me on the stream earlier, was his manager, wondering if I wanted to interview him. And I'm just figuring out the time. You still riding with Charles? Yes. Listen, if a fighter misses weight by 0.5, that's not going to change my pick. If a fighter misses weight by 5 pounds, then yeah, that would be a different story. 276 is amazing. I agree. Where's the fight? It's a watch party, dude. You can't show footage, otherwise I'll get kicked off YouTube. Come on, man. If I was showing the fight, then I'd get in lots of trouble from the UFC. So this is a Hangout stream. So you got to watch the fights and you can hang out with me and watch the fights. Will you give Jared some good energy and crystals to try and win that dog money? I'll do my best, although I should reach out to Jared and see if he'll do an interview soon. What else do we got here? We got a little bit of time before the OSP and Shogun fight, so keep your questions coming, everyone. Again, my name is James Lynch, drinking some kokanee here tonight. Kokanee gets a bad rap. I feel like a lot of people don't like kokanee, or that's like, oh, it's not very good. I've always liked it. I used to drink this back in the day, and I still drink it now. And one of the reasons I like drinking it is because, like, I know if I put it in a fridge, like, a lot of people don't typically drink kokanee. So if I'm at like a party or something, I know that my beer's not going to get drunk. Like, no one's going to drink it, and also it just tastes great. I like the taste of kokanee. So there we go. Who gets the next title shot after Rose Esparza? Good question. So, I think Marina Rodriguez has got to get it, right? Like, because she's had enough wins where I think it's time for her to get a title shot. If it's not Marina Rodriguez, then maybe if Carla wins, then maybe they do the winner of Joanna and Jacek and Weili Zhang. That could happen. You picking Yuri to win next month? I am, yes. Again, I'll do a early look preview of that fight coming up here in a few weeks. Are you excited to interview CJ or Macy Chesson this coming week after their wins? I've never interviewed CJ before, Vigara. I've never spoken to him, so maybe I can reach out to him. Macy, I tried to interview before this card. I'll try again this week, but she's tough to get an interview with, so I don't know if that one will happen. It's interesting. UFC 276 Adesanya versus Cannonier International Fight Week. It's surprising that John Jones Stipe wasn't booked. It wasn't surprising because I don't know if you saw the news. I think Stipe came out and said he needed more time. So I think they're going to try and do that fight for the fall. So, or maybe on that yeah, I think like August or September or something. So not surprising there. And we'd heard rumblings about Adesanya fighting in International Fight Week. But listen, I'm happy. That's a really good card that they put together. You got Alex Pereira and Sean Strickland. You've got Robbie Lawler and Barberena. Like there's a lot of good fights on that card. So really stoked for that one, and really stoked to be covering it in person. And if anyone is going to be in Vegas that week, I will be there. Let's grab some beers. Let's do this. So obviously no Hangout stream for 276 because I'll be in the arena for that one. But yeah, if anyone's in Vegas, let's do it up. I think if Esparza beats Rose and Joanna beats Wei Li, they might give Joanna a title shot because the storyline, they can promote that very well. Exactly, Brandon. Yeah, don't be surprised if that happens. Poor Marina Rodriguez if that does happen though, because she's done more than enough to turn the title shot. As we got OSP walking to the cage right now, so we will see what is going on. What else do we got as far as other stuff? Yeah, look at that. So 276, just to recap, Adesanya Cannonier, Alex Volkanovski, Max Holloway 3, which is great. Sean Strickland, Alex Pereira, Lauren Murphy, Misha Tate, Pedro Munoz, Sean O'Malley, Uriah Hall, Andre Muniz, Jessica I, Macy Barber. That's a good fight. Brad Tavares, Drakus, Duplessis, and Robbie Lawler, Brian Barberena so far. So yeah, that's awesome to see all that put together. So good card. Very good card. Okay, have you talked to Thug and Carla before? If so, how cool are they? I have not, because they have the same manager, and that manager is very tough to book interviews through. By the way, shout out to Jason King. I think that's Jason King in the corner of OSP, regional fighter. The Asian Persuasion, that's his nickname. 9-8 fighter in the corner of OSP right there. You can see him there with he's the Asian guy behind OSP. Yeah, really nice dude. And yeah, just shout out to him. I've interviewed him a number of times there. Congrats on covering UFC 276 in person. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, I've covered like around 20, 25 UFC cards in person before for the media. I just haven't gone in a while because of the pandemic, but this was one where, it's in July. Travel-wise, I shouldn't have any issues with the COVID stuff. And yeah, I was able to find an outlet. I'm actually going through Sportskeeda and got my credentials approved already. So we're good to go. So yeah, check out my coverage of that. I'll be getting some extra content while I'm down there. If you guys haven't seen any of my normal fight week stuff, but I'll be doing a lot of cool stuff that week. Probably playing some video games with the fighters, things like that. So really excited for that week. I'm interested to see if they just make Bilal versus Hamzat. Do you think Colby is ready to fight? He wanted to return this summer. I don't think Colby's ever fighting Hamzat if he has his way about it. Yeah, I could see Bilal fighting Hamzat. I'd be down with that fight. Just make it happen. All right, so we've got OSP in the cage. We've got Shogun now walking to the cage. Is this the last time Shogun's going to walk to the cage? I can't remember if he said this is a retirement fight or not. I don't think it is. I think it would be more of a storyline if that was the case. But yeah, that's what we got here. Again, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Yeah, let's see what we got. Just looking for some other stuff to see what's going on here. Oliveira fighting, not yet. He won't fight probably for another hour or so because he's in the main event. Let's hope these fights go quick and then we can just, move this card along. Poor Joe Lozon, there he is, front row. I guess they gave him a front row seat prior to that. So. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, they're just Vaseline and all that on Shogun. I'm excited to see you covering it. I see Sportskeeda posts on Facebook a lot. Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'm excited too. Like I said, covering fights live is probably my favorite thing to do when it comes to covering the sport, other than talking to you guys. That's one of my favorite things too. But yeah, there's nothing like being in Vegas for fight week and doing all the media stuff and working late nights and trying to get footage up before other people and like I love all that. It's so much fun to do. Man, is Shogun looking old right now. He's got the gray hair and the dad bod. He's always had a bit of a dad bod, but even more so now. Yeah, it'd be great to see Shogun win. He probably won't, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Mauricio Shogun Hua in the cage right now. Back in his heyday when he was in Pride, he was he was definitely the best 205er in the world, and that included Chuck Liddell and everyone else. But there was one point when this guy was amazing. Remember when he was UFC champion for like 5 minutes? That was a good time. Okay, tail of the tape here. Shogun Hua 40, OSP 39, 6'1" compared to 6.3 and a half. 205.5 for Shogun, 205 for OSP, 76-inch reach for Shogun, 80-inch reach for OSP. So OSP younger, taller, and will have a slight reach advantage. Well, not slight, 3-inch reach advantage, 4-inch reach advantage going into this fight. So here we go. Bruce Buffer, the official introductions. Let's get a few more questions in, and then I'll describe what I am seeing here. Pretty good card tonight. Kind of wish I was at this card too, because I love Phoenix. Good arena. All right. So introducing Shogun now. Is this a must-win fight for both guys? I think Shogun said he's won 2 fights left before he wanted to hang it up anyways. Oh, of course it is. Yeah, especially for OSP. He loses this, he might get cut. I think with Shogun, kind of gets a, kind of gets more leniency there. So there we go. Here we go. OSP, Shogun, the rematch. Remember their first fight? OSP knocked him out in 34 seconds. Let's see if this happens here. All right. Shogun in the gray trunks. OSP in the red trunks. Let's hope this is a good fight. Okay, leg kick there by Shogun lands. He looks slow. Nothing's happening. I wish I could tell you something there. Kick to the body, finally. Kick back there from Shogun. Oh, Shogun with a left. Almost lands. Shogun with the left that lands, although nothing too tough there for OSP. Oh, nice left there again from Shogun. OSP is doing nothing here. Few leg kicks, but not doing anything at all. Yeah, like Shogun's trying to come in and like knock him out. OSP's avoiding it, and OSP's just landing these kicks to the body, but not doing much at all. Kick to the body there lands for OSP. Kick to the body there lands for Shogun. Nice kick there. Lands for OSP. They're just trading kicks here. Nothing significant at all. And fans are starting to boo. Oh, nice right there. Oh man, OSP. Thank God I did not bet this fight at all because he's just looking sluggish. $16 left. Shogun probably won this round due to activity, but I'll be honest, that was not a good round for either guy. How do you like Buffer's suit? Not a fan. He has some good suits. I'm not a fan of this one. Of course, they are booing. Dana has them thinking no finish fight stinks. Well, to be fair, that was not a great round. I mean, you shouldn't boo. I'm not a fan of that, but still, that was not a great round. Surprised OSP was given this fight. Maybe they thought that the Shogun's finally washed enough where that, or sorry, that OSP's washed enough where like they were hoping that Shogun would get the win and get one back, so to speak. I think that's what it is. Shogun will likely take it due to activity. He outstruck OSP 19-15. Yeah, not a great first round for either guy, like I was saying there. Okay, round two. Ugh. Both should have retired 3 years ago. I'm not gonna disagree with that. Okay, second round underway. OSP back to some more kicks, looking a little bit more aggressive here. We'll see. Inside leg kick lands there for Shogun. Okay, kick to the body for Shogun lands. Crowd's booing again. Oh, nice 1-2 lands there for Shogun. Another kick to the body there by OSP. Sorry, guys, just there's not a lot going on. Nice kick to the side there from OSP. Another leg kick from Shogun lands. I mean, OSP is doing nothing. This is more of just Shogun just trying to do stuff, but nothing like putting him in danger. Minute 12 left. Nothing going on here. All right, we can answer a few questions here because there's not much going on here. 274 has been good, minus this fight. Shogun does land it right there. Hope he taps soon as the bell rings. This would have been a better fight to have either at this feature prelim or fight pass on ESPN. I think Macy Norma should have been a pay-per-view. Mind you, looking at Macy Norma on paper, I don't think this would, I mean, I think people would have expected this type of fight. Both these guys should hang it up. I agree. Has anything surprised you so far in the pay-per-view? Not really. Don't fall asleep. I won't. That's why I'm trying to answer these questions. I'm giving it to Shogun, but yeah, not the most active fight. Not to make excuses. Shogun hasn't been in the cage in about 16 months. No, I agree. I listen, like I get it, but it's just like still, it's not a great fight, guys. Let's get real here. All right, I think Shogun took that round too. Not anything going on here. I mean, maybe St. Preux took that round, but probably not. Gotta get some water here. Adesanya said 276 is an official, assuming on his end. Where did he say that? On Twitter? You're right, James. This isn't a great fight. Yeah, it could be better. I agree with MMA Joy. They should both drop the gloves. You got Shogun up 2-0. Yeah, I agree. So OSP probably needs a finish. He's not going to get it, most likely. Not. That's where we're at right now. Again, if you're just watching right now, we are in the middle of Shogun Hua and OSP. We're going into the third round there. After this, things get really good. We got Chandler Ferguson, Nami Yunus, spars of the rematch, and of course the main event, Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje. So things will really pick up after this. But this is just sort of like the, it's like getting an appetizer that maybe isn't sitting as well as you'd like. That's kind of how I look at this fight. So, honestly, hurts hearing the fans boo Shogun. I agree. Have some respect. Posting your Discord, but yes, Twitter. Oh, gotcha. Okay, let me check Discord there. Yeah, that's interesting. The UFC's booking that and then not telling anyone else. Of course, Izzy would say that. I think he thinks he wants more money if he's going to only have a 2-month camp for Jared Cannonier. He did this when they wanted him to rematch. Okay, gotcha. Whitaker. Yes, I see what you mean. Okay, here we go. Third round. Let's hope for something here. Come on, Shogun. Come on, OSP. OSP goes for a takedown. Shogun stuffs it. And they're up against the cage. Joey would pay $500 to see Shogun get a big finish in here and retire. Well, hey, we got 4 minutes left. Maybe a miracle can happen here. We'll see. Let's see what's going on here. 3 minutes and 42 seconds left. What was the Shogun by the what was the Shogun by decision prop? Was it pretty good? I'd be kicking myself. I should have known this was not going to be an amazing fight. So Mauricio Shogun wins by decision, just so in case you guys want to know. This plus 475. Why didn't I play that? That would have been great. I might have taken the over in this fight. I'd have to go back and look at my bets. I think I did take the over. Shogun's now starting to fade a little bit here. Is OSP going to get the finish? Shogun would do well in Bellator's light heavyweight division. I don't know, man. They got some good light heavyweights over there. Nemkov and what's his name? Corey Anderson. I don't know, man. I don't think it would be much better over there. OSP annoys me. He reps Knoxville, which is 30 minutes for me, and he has terrible fights. Yeah, this isn't the first like kind of lackluster fight here for OSP. He's just such a weird fighter. Like I said, he's got like a knockout win over Corey Anderson, but then he has some weird losses too. So we'll see. We'll see. Like, even if OSP wins this round, Shogun's going to take the fight, I would think, because he hasn't done anything this whole fight. OSP deserves to get cut after this performance. He might. Oh, yeah, I think he's going to end up losing. OSP is an enigmatic fighter for sure. Not enigmatic, not in a good way, I don't think. He's had a couple of good wins, but man, this is not a good fight. 120 left. He's got to get a finish here. Shogun's not letting him. He's kind of backing up a little bit. Did I hear Rogan say OSP dragged John Jones into deep water? No, I didn't hear that, but that's funny. Yeah, it was more just that John was off a huge layoff, and I don't know what it is, but Shogun just for whatever reason sort of makes it, OSP just kind of makes fights kind of lackluster. That's all. Talented guy just doesn't perform on the night. Sometimes he does, though. Like I said, Corey, he's got a couple good. Let me go find the other ones that OSP's had that are pretty good. Like going way back here. Let's look a little while back. Okay, look, like he's got, for example, he had a win over Nikita Krylov. He had a win over Shogun, right? In the past. Knocked out Corey Anderson, choked out Yushin Okami. No, I've knocked out Alonzo Menafield, who I think at the time had never been finished. Like, those are all good wins, but then he's got these weird losses, like, even before, like Jimmy Manua, he gets knocked out by Jimmy Manua, back in 2016. Like, that probably shouldn't have happened. I don't know. 6 seconds left. I don't care. Shogun most likely won the fight. Not a good fight. This is not a good fight. And listen, you shouldn't boo, but that wasn't a good fight. So we'll see. Dad Bod King for the win. I think he did win it. We'll see. Like I said, plus 475 for Ariel. For all the Shogun has done for the sport, he can have 45 doll fights. Get the fuck out of here with this booing and complaining. So I agree you shouldn't boo anyone, but for Ariel not to mention that that was not a good fight. You want to laugh? OSP outstruck Shogun based on the Fight Center 53-48. Shogun won this fight. Shit the bed. I understand the booing. Macy Norman was better than this, which is crazy. Did you play Ferguson Chandler over and a half? Yes, I did. I also took the fight goes to the decision. We'll see if that bites me in the butt, but stats sort of tell us that that's probably how the fight's going to go. If somehow OSP gives the decision, I'm giving up MMA. Don't do that. You never know what the judge is, but Shogun should get a decision here, right? Am I right? What? OSP won? Oh my God. Sorry, I wasn't reading the scorecards. I was placing another bet on the Chandler fight. Oh my God. That was just so awful. Don't quit the sport there, Joey. Don't quit the sport. Don't quit the sport. That was not good. Come on. Do you think the scale was the issue or is it Charles? Well, Charles should, no matter what, not even come close to that. Let's be honest here. You should know you don't know the judges. Who do you think will fight the winner of Tony versus Mike? I'm just trying to look at the rankings here. Who do you think will fight the winner? It might be Dariush if he doesn't end up fighting Islam, but maybe the winner of Dos Anjos and Fiziev maybe fights them. Could be an option too. I don't think Dustin will fight them. 29-28, 29, 28, 29, 29, 28, 27, 30, OSP1. They gave him 27, 30, that one scorecard. I don't know about that. Yeah, that was not a good decision. What was OSP by decision, by the way, just out of curiosity? St. Preux wins by decision plus 330. Yikes. Oh, well, I think I picked OSP, so that's maybe the only silver lining here, but yeah, it's not good. Yeah, let's keep the questions coming, though. We got some time. Dariush already fought Tony, though. That's true. Good point. But I'm just thinking, who in the top 5 is going to fight? If Tony wins, who does he fight? Maybe Poirier would want to fight him, but I don't know. They've never fought. Does Poirier want to fight at 178 or 155 anymore? Probably the winner of Dos Anjos and Fiziev. And yes, if Dos Anjos and Ferguson both win, then that would be a rematch. But it was a while ago, right? So I'm disgusted. Yeah, it was not great. That was a sympathy win. OSP likely saved his UFC job when he shouldn't have. Could be. Yeah. Let's go. Finally, good night. Wow, OSP did not earn that victory. Disrespectful to Shogun even. Yeah. What extra bet did you make on Tony and Chandler? I took the fight goes to the decision. I saw it was plus money again. So I don't think Tony, this idea that Tony's going to, and Joey, I know you disagree with me in the chat here. I don't think Tony finishes Chandler. Like if Justin Gaethje couldn't finish Michael Chandler in their last fight and he's got way more power than Tony Ferguson does, I don't think Ferguson's going to do it. We'll see. Unless Ferguson, like this is the only thing that could happen tonight. And this does happen in MMA every now and then. We see like a Tony that we just haven't seen in the last 3 fights. I think that's what we could potentially see tonight, maybe. But everything is telling us Chandler should win this fight because Chandler's got the wrestling. He's got the power. I think he's got better stand-up than Ferguson does. He should win this. But I don't know. Like this almost seems too obvious that it won't happen. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I took the fight goes the decision just in case because I think if Tony wins, he'll edge out a decision. I don't see him finishing Chandler. And I think Chandler's going to win a decision too. I don't think he's going to finish Ferguson. You look at Ferguson, the last time he was finished was against Gaethje, and that was a 5th round finish, right? So outside of that, you got guys like Dariush and guys like Oliveira who did not finish Ferguson. So that's why I think it could be, a fight where that could go the decision. So there we go. So excited to watch Tony beat a worn down Chandler. I don't think he's worn down. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, he took some damage against Gaethje, but I don't know. He took damage in his last two fights. I'll give him that, but he didn't take any damage really against Dan Hooker. Dustin did say he'd fight the winner of Chandler and Tony. Oh, we'll see if that actually happens. Tony has a reach advantage of 5 inches on Chandler. I don't think it matters. You got to use that reach. Ferguson is going to win in the third. I mean, he's going to be tired in the third round, worn down. No, he's not. Michael Chandler, yes, he was a little bit tired against Gaethje in that third round, but it wasn't like something that cost him the fight. Like, I just think that, I don't know, this idea that Chandler has bad cardio, I don't see it. I didn't think he was that bad against Gaethje in the cardio department. A lot of people I've seen this narrative. The guy's fought 5 rounds as a Bellator champ. Like, he's used to going long distances here. Now, who has the better cardio? Does Ferguson? Yes, I would agree with that, but I also don't think Chandler has bad cardio. All right, Tony Ferguson coming to the cage. Love how he comes out to, I forget the name of that song. It's like a beatbox song or something. Let's keep the questions coming as I'm bobbing my head to this really good song here. Eddie Bravo in his corner. He is not. Unknown corner. I don't know who's in his corner. He's got one guy in the corner who looks like Doug McClain, the NHL analyst. Most likely outcome in your decision, in your opinion, Michael Chandler by decision. That's the most likely outcome, I think. We'll see. Ferguson's pace is different. Chandler, I bet, will be faster tonight than Tony Ferguson. We'll see. Tony is done if he loses. Well, he's done as being a contender, yeah. If Tony gets one punch KO'd in the first, I'll legit cry. He's not that. I don't think that's happening. As much as Chandler has power, I think Ferguson's durable enough to do that. Is Tony Chandler 3 or 5 rounds? It's 3 rounds. That's why I think it'll be a decision. If it was 5 rounds, different story. Tony's loves 80s music. I also love 80s music. If you ever, unless I either in the car, honestly, when I'm out and about, I either have sports talk radio on or 80s music. That's it. Is this fight affected by the missed weight with Charles? Is this fight affected? Why would this fight be affected? I think Chandler by a KO. I don't think so. It's 3 rounds. I don't think he puts him out in 3 rounds. I'm cheering for Tony, but I know the odds are against him heavily right now. I want to see him make this ugly and competitive at least. Hopefully, we'll see. I agree. People keep saying 1 round KO for Chandler. I just don't see it. I mean, there we go. So be back after the fight. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if this is the rare time when MMA Joey and I disagree. He likes Ferguson here. I think Chandler wins. So we'll see. I don't know. I just think everything we've seen over the last couple fights, and we have common opponents, right? Like Chandler fought Charles, Ferguson fought Charles. Like Chandler nearly finished Charles in that fight. I don't think Tony had Oliveira in any sort of danger. They've. I don't know. I think Chandler should win this, but we'll see. Does the winner get in title talks with a win? Well, not Chandler because he just fought for the belt. Ferguson, maybe because of his name, but probably not. What's next for Dan Hooker? Is he staying at featherweight? No, he just did an interview with Submission Radio recently. I think he's coming back up to 155. So. All right, so Ferguson walking around. Let's get some more questions here. I just got to reply to a message here. Just booked an interview with Brandon Royval, who won tonight. So that in my calendar. All right, so Michael Chandler making his walk to the cage. Let's see. What's next for Patty? Apparently he's fighting that Ottoman Azayatar guy, but I don't think that fight actually happens. That's kind of a dangerous fight for Patty. I wouldn't take that if I was him. Does Charles need a finish to win considering what happened? Not sure which ways the judges sway, of course. No, the commission has nothing, the judges have nothing to do with him missing weight or anything like that. I don't know. I don't think that matters. What do you think of Tony saying Dana White privilege wasn't funny? Look, the guy's frustrated, and I don't blame him. He's had a lot of just really bad luck, from missing out on a big fight with Habib to losing 3 straight. Like, I sympathize with Ferguson. He's been through a lot. It's a really tough run he's had to go on recently. But so yeah, if he wants to say whatever about Dana, I get it, man. I'd be frustrated too. It's interesting. No Henry Hooft in the corner of. Oh no, there's right there. Never mind. My bad. I thought Henry Hooft wasn't in the corner of Chandler, but he is. Look at Chandler, man. That guy's a physical specimen. All right. Let's see what happens here. I'm actually really intrigued by this fight because, like I said, Tony's extremely durable. Chandler's got some serious power. Chandler's also got good wrestling. What's going to be the game plan here? We'll see. It's a really interesting fight here. All right. Let's see what we have here. Chandler looks like a pro wrestler. Yeah, he does a little bit. What's up, Society Reviews? How are you? Let's see that Imanari roll. I love the Imanari roll. That's awesome. You mean from Ferguson? Yeah. Oh, this is going to be interesting here. All right, we're finally here. Michael Chandler, Tony Ferguson. Michael Chandler, 36 years old. Tony Ferguson, 38. 5'8" reach for for height. Tony Ferguson, 5'11". 71.5-inch reach. 76.5 for Ferguson. So Ferguson's going to be taller and he'll have a reach advantage here. Will it play into the fight? Let's see. Now we're going to go to the official introduction with Bruce Buffer. Look at Chandler in that video montage there. He looks super sucked in. Mo, there is no fight. This is a Hangout stream. We're watching, where everyone here is watching the fight together. If I show the fight on the screen, I'm going to get booted off YouTube. It's as simple as that, man. I don't know how people don't get that. You show the fight, UFC is going to come after me. They're going to shut this channel down. It's going to be bad news. So that's where we're at. Only getting that gray hair there. What's the reach significant for? If they can, like, if they're able to get to the punches more, that's what the reach is sort of like a big thing there, right? So makes sense. Yeah, so it's crazy. Chandler opened at minus 155. He's now minus 320. So money's been coming in on Ferguson because I've seen Chandler as high as like minus 400 going into this fight. Okay, this fight, is going to be good. So probably won't get to many questions here. Love hanging out here and watching the fights. Hey, me too. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. It's great. So Chandler Ferguson about to start here momentarily. I will do my best to describe what I see and react to this as best as I can. Oh, this is such an interesting fight. I think I'm more excited for this fight than Namajunas and Esparza in a way, just because the intrigue factor. Like, what type of Ferguson are we going to see here? All right, here we go. Chandler in the gray, Ferguson in the black. Such a weird fight to see, just considering how long Chandler's been in Bellator. And it's like, would you ever, this is like if someone's like, hey, let's see a cross promotion fight. This would be one that you do. Crowd chanting Tony, obviously. Fan favorite. He's definitely the more fan favorite here than Chandler. Yeah, I could see Chandler. They're talking about how Chandler might be a little bit more patient tonight with Ferguson. I think that's a good strategy. Ferguson with a high kick that lands. An inside leg kick lands there for Chandler. There, another kick lands there for Chandler. Chandler looking fast. Ferguson with the jab. Ferguson with a kick to the body. Chandler with a straight right that lands to the body. Another kick there for Ferguson lands. Hits Ferguson on the chin there, but doesn't get wobbled or anything. Chandler again, nice jab lands. Both guys are really fast. Oh, Ferguson knocks Chandler. Wow, he that jab knocked down Chandler. So crowd's going nuts right now. Can he capitalize? Let's see. Oh, he hurt him again. Ferguson's coming on here. MMA Joy, you might have something here. We'll see. Ferguson's headhunting right now. We'll see if he can do something. Oh, shot to the body. Oh, Chandler swinging a miss there. Looks like Chandler got hit in the eye there. He's blinking out of it a little bit. Oh, Chandler now going for the takedown and he gets it. Holy crap. He just threw him in the air and threw it like he picked him up in the air and took him down. That was great. So Chandler on top right now, 224 left. He's got to be careful though. Ferguson's good off his back, but and DC literally just said that. So there we go. Can he do something here? Can he get ground and pound? Ferguson trying to get him in his guard. Someone's bleeding here. Is it? Oh, Tony trying for an armbar. Oh, Chandler's the one who's leaking. Jesus. Oh, it's the elbow. Yeah, you know what? That's something that I know people talked about as well. Is the elbows with Ferguson. Hopefully we got to see where that cut is once the round's ended. Minute 47 left in the round here. Oh, omoplata for Ferguson doesn't work out there. Chandler's just laying down some bombs now. Minute 25 left. Chandler on top right now. Oh, he's trying to get the armbar, trying to do something. Oh, some elbows landed by Chandler now. Really good bombs there. This is not a good spot here for Ferguson. I'm curious to see how bad that cut is for Chandler. Doesn't look like it's too bad there. So this is big for Chandler here because I'd say prior to that, with Chandler getting knocked down there, I would have given the edge to Ferguson, but Chandler's all over him right now. And if he stays here for the duration of the round, Chandler's going to take the round right now. So we'll see. Ferguson's trying to get up. Chandler's holding him down really well. Ferguson can't do anything. This is what I was talking about, the wrestling. Oh, and Ferguson tried to get up. Chandler just sweeps him down. That wrestling, man, that's great. Yeah, that's a 10-9 for Chandler for sure. Especially the way he ended that round. That was real dominant. We'll see. Let's see how that cut is. So where is the cut? Looks like it's just underneath the eye. So I think we're okay there. That's good. Okay, good first round. Ferguson with some early success. It's Chandler who gets the takedown, does a lot of ground and pound. Look good there. So Tony's the type of guy to call it Habib after winning the fight. Yeah, if he does, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I'm Chandler, I'm going back to that wrestling in round 2. Don't mess around. All right, let's see what round 2 brings us. This is a fight. This is what we paid for. Oh! Holy shit! Michael Chandler just head kick knocked out Tony Ferguson. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was one of the greatest knockouts I've ever seen. Holy shit. Did you guys see that? Oh my god. He's still out cold stiff. I just lost a ton of money because I had the decision prop. Ugh. But still, that was an incredible win for Michael Chandler. Holy crap. Wow. Wow. Wow, that was amazing. Well, I just got to digest that one for a second. That was nuts. Joey, what happened, man? What happened? That was nuts. I was not expecting that. I mean, that was crazy. This has got to be knockout of the year candidate. Yeah, you got to give some respect to Michael Chandler now. Like, I mean, you didn't see any of these other guys finishing Tony that quickly. That was unreal. Yeah, exactly my thoughts. A statement win by Chandler. I completely agree. That was crazy. Yeah, that's a huge win for Chandler. Yeah, I agree. Who's next for Tony? I don't know. I don't know who he fights now. So Rogan's like, that's one of the best knockouts we've seen. So just looking at the replay here. Well, does he still have a job? Apparently, Dana said I think he will have a job, the loser of this fight. Oh, Chandler cutting a great promo. Oh, he's calling out Connor now. I am the most entertaining lightweight on the planet. You know, well, listen, if you're the UFC and you want to get the Conor McGregor train back on track, you don't get him to fight Michael Chandler. But, you know, from just like a pure sporting standpoint, that fight would be awesome. Chandler and Conor McGregor, but I don't think it happens. We'll see. What happened in the Tony Chandler fight? Michael Chandler head kick knocked out Tony Ferguson, front kick knockout. Do you have Rose by finish or points? Likely points, I think decision. Respect to Tony, though, he's giving Chandler's problems in the beginning. For about 40 seconds of that fight, he was, yes. My man looks roided out. Yeah, look a little bit odd there. So yeah, that was nuts. And they're showing a shot of Sean O'Malley there, which is cool. Oh, Kamaru Usman. Oh, now they're showing a trailer for Cerrone's new movie. All right, let's keep the questions coming, everyone. They're just showing stuff with Sparza and all that stuff. Sparza and Rose, that's a fight that's coming up next. Oh, I think they're announcing DC in the Hall of Fame here. Yeah, they're going to induct DC in the Hall of Fame. All right, let's I don't care about this. Cormier on the Hall of Fame, big deal. Okay, let's get to it. Sorry if I missed this, but thoughts on Tony's performance before the Punk KO? I thought Tony looked good, but Chandler, I thought always had that wrestling in his back pocket, and he looked great. Like he just went right to it when things were getting bad, and so credit to Tony. I thought there was a glimmer of the old Tony there, but there we go. That's what happens. That would be a great fight, but I agree with James. A lot of fans think that Dana puts him into a title fight, whoever wins tonight. Connor, yeah, which shouldn't happen. Good luck topping that fight. I agree. Iron Mike saved this card. I agree. Tony needs to quit before CTE really makes it extra cringe. Yeah, I mean, if he keeps losing like that, it's not good. This is his first stoppage loss since Gaethje, right? So got to look at it there. I have Charles Oliveira in the main event by submission. I think Tony definitely should take a step down in competition for his next fight, though. Maybe him and Renato Moicano. He's not going to fight Moicano. If he fights someone, he'll fight someone like somewhat like him fighting Jim Miller. I think would make sense. Someone that's like somewhat notable that could be a little bit more competitive. Someone not in the top 5. Someone like that. That's not going to like knock his lights out. You know what I mean? And nothing against Jim Miller, but that's just a name that came to mind. You know what? You could almost do honestly. You could do Dan Hooker and Ferguson. I think that makes a lot of sense right now, with both guys kind of on a bit of a skid. Because you look at this list here, Gillespie probably beats him. Vizia probably beats him. Saryukin probably beats him. Gamrot probably beats him. I don't see him fighting like a Riddell or Ferreira. So to me, it would have to be someone notable. Like if Jeremy Stevens was still in the UFC, I think that would have been a perfect matchup right now. But there we go. You got to ask MMA Joey that. Dana said in an interview, Tony's job wasn't on the line, but he should probably retire. There we go. People that picked Tony. Yeah, where are those people now? Well, I'm not going to give MMA Joey a hard time because I agree with him on pretty much everything. And, he gave some points as to why he's going to win. But yeah, there's definitely some people who bet, including my buddy Clint. I think he bet on Ferguson. So, yeah, so there we go. But, it's going to happen. Go against the grain. That's what happens. So there we go. Best promo in the business, Iron Michael Chandler. What a career he's had so far now. Wow. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I still heard people calling him overrated. Actually, that reminds me, I have a bet with Matt in the Patreon. He bet me that Chandler wasn't going to win. So there we go. I have a hard time seeing Connor take a fight with Chandler. I think Connor is kind of delusional enough that he would want to take a fight against Chandler. I think after seeing tonight, I wouldn't. But I think the UFC might step in and be like, hold on a second. Like, we can't let Connor lose again. And I think he would right now. So there we go. I think Tony looked better than I expected. I still think he's top 10, to be honest. That kick would have ended anyone with the power Chandler generates. Fair. That's why I think maybe do him and Hooker. I mean, I don't think Hooker's top 5 at this point, right? I think Chandler beats Beneil. I would agree with that. I can't believe Tony lost his chin. I know Chandler's hits hard, but damn, wasn't expecting that. Streaming afterwards for the post-fight like I always do. There we go. What fight do you want to see for Chandler next? Okay, so if I'm running I would like to see him fight Connor, but I think that Connor probably loses that fight, if we're being honest, and I don't think they should make it. So instead, what I would do is Chandler and it's going to depend what happens with Islam, right? And now with this whole title fight thing, do you do Dariush and Islam finally fighting, and then you do Chandler maybe against the winner of Fiziev and RDA? I think kind of makes sense. Or maybe you give Chandler, well, no, because you can't give Chandler the title fight next because he just fought both these guys in back to back. So I think you got to give him a break here. So I'll go the winner of Dos Anjos and Fiziev should fight Chandler, I think. Connor only seems to take title fights, but the thing is, he won't defend a title if he wins this one. That's true. Tony didn't lose his chin. Can you name anyone who wouldn't be KO'd by that? That's a good point. Bring up a good point. Tony versus Dan Hooker is probably the perfect matchup. I just think Tony would want to fight someone that has a decent name who's also maybe fallen on hard times, or someone that's a little bit older. I think a Jim Miller or a Dan Hooker would make sense. He's not fighting Moicano. You know what I'm saying? Not that was a bad suggestion, but I just knowing, what Ferguson's done in his career. I don't want to see him go out on a Renato Moicano loss. I think Tony was actually looking good. That could have knocked out a welterweight. That's true. Just found out that Chandler KO'd Tony. Did you not hear me on here saying that? Chandler versus Dustin because Islam is fighting. Well, that's the thing though, is Dustin going to want to fight these guys at 155? I don't know. I almost don't put Dustin in the equation because it doesn't seem like he's too keen. Why wasn't Chandler fighting Dustin in this fight, right? That would have made more sense. So I don't know. I know what happened with Charles made it difficult to match whoever won this fight, hence Mike. There we go. Tony versus a Diaz brother. There you go. That's another fight, and do it at welterweight. So that definitely makes sense. Tony versus Nate Diaz at 170. Sign me up. That's the fight. Then it doesn't matter because even if Tony beats Nate Diaz, It's not like or let's say if Tony loses to Nate Diaz, it's not a big deal. Nate can go off into the sunset, and he lost to a guy that, their Dana White privilege guy knocked out, right? So there you go. Wasn't there. I was playing a video game. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Michael Chandler head kick knocked out Tony Ferguson. It was pretty crazy. So there we go. What else do we got? Let's see. Yeah, here I'll post. For those who didn't see it, someone posted it on Twitter here. So there was the knockout. You guys want to see it there? Don't think I'll get in trouble for sending something off Twitter. I've never been scared after watching someone get KO'd, but this felt different. Understand? I say feed Nate to Gilbert or Hamzat. Yeah, but Nate's not going to take those fights. Like you got to get real here. He's got to accept a fight too. You think Chimaev Diaz will actually happen? No, I don't. It's not happening. So excited for Rose Carla. Not sure why Dana didn't give a damn. Hype this fight. This is the easiest fight to promote in the sleep. This is a real main event. There we go. Who do you think John Jones will fight whenever he returns? Stipe Miocic. They're trying to make that fight happen. I'd actually probably pick Conor over Chandler. I don't know yet, though. You'd be confident in Chandler? Yes. Why would you not be confident in Chandler? Because I know Ferguson did knock him down here, but Chandler looks like fast. He's got the wrestling as well, which is something that Conor struggled with in the past with wrestlers. And I just, I would pick Chandler all day over Conor right now. Absolutely. Like, I know, again, you just look at Conor's last couple of performances. I know he's fought the same guy, but it's like, where's this old Conor? Like, we haven't seen the old Conor since Alvarez. Like, I wouldn't even consider his win over Cerrone that great because Cerrone's been on a bit of a skid too. So there we go. I got scared when Jessica Andrade dropped Rose on her head. For a second, I thought she could be dead. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I kind of felt that way. Breaks my heart seeing Tony like this. I agree. Conor has one fight in the last 6 years. There's no way he beats Chandler. There we go. Got some. I just think, again, like it's kind of like even tonight, right? Like if the old Tony Ferguson, the prime Tony Ferguson, the one that beat, Edson Barbosa and also beat, Rafael Dos Anjos. If that Ferguson fought Chandler tonight, it's probably a different story. Chandler head kicks him that night. Maybe Tony survives that. Maybe he gets knocked out and he does like an Imanari roll and gets back up again. I don't know. But I just think that age and injuries and all those things do play a role in a fighter's career. And I think that's where Ferguson is at right now. So we'll see. MMA Joy doesn't like Chandler. No, I don't know if it's that. I think, we'll see. Especially at 170. I can't imagine the amount of power Chandler would generate at 170. I'd love the old Conor back, but I'm not sure that'll ever happen again. I'm with you there. He's got to switch camps. That's his biggest problem. All the greats, they've, done some sort of switch up. Even a guy like GSP, like there was a point when, he went down to Jackson Wink and did some training down there. He worked with Danaher and all those guys, right? Like you got to switch things up. I feel like with Conor, it's always been John Kavanagh. And I think you need more than that. And I think a problem with Kavanagh may or may not be a great coach. I don't know the verdict on that. But I do know that you got to get some different looks. And you got to go to someone else's camp and see what it's about. And I know you're Conor McGregor and there's a big ego thing there, but still, that's something to keep in mind. So there we go. We got Carla Esparza walking to the cage right now. She's got Colin Oyama, her coach, and we've got Alex Perez in the back there cornering her. He always corners her for fights. Is Chandler too small for welterweight? Yeah, I'd be a little short for the weight class. Conor didn't lose to Scrubs, though. He shows up and fights guys at the top. Not saying he would win, but I mean, just to write him off, I don't agree. No, that we're not writing him off. I'm writing him off in terms of the guy who just fought tonight, Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler, we know, is top 5. Tonight was a top 5 performance. Him beating Dan Hooker in the first round was also a top 5 performance. Him almost knocking out Charles Oliveira in their title fight was a top 5 performance, in my opinion. That's what we're talking about. I don't think Conor's top 5 anymore. And anyone who's in the top 10 is not a scrub. I never once used that word. So I just think that the old Conor just doesn't exist. I was legit scared watching Tony lay there for so long. I agree. You think Islam beats Chandler? It's a good fight. I think Islam, he has a bad style for a lot of people. You think Sugar will fight No Love? I think No Love would be too much for Sugar, but I think that would be an interesting. Well, no, didn't you hear Sean O'Malley's fighting Pedro Munoz, the guy that knocked out Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt's another guy that's at the tail end of his career with some of the damage he's taken. I'm more interested in watching Chandler Poirier than Chandler Conor. I am too. Because again, Poirier beat Conor, so that would be a more competitive fight in my opinion. That's what I'm looking at. The issue with Conor is it feels like he's a couple years behind modern MMA. I just think you need to add more tools, and I feel like at this stage, with the amount of money that Conor has, the amount of people around him, I don't know how much new stuff he's learning, and I think that's important. Nobody's saying Conor is trash, but talk about Conor and title shots are far-fetched at this point. It's going to be really painful for, yeah. I think Justin KO's Charles. You still going with Charles? Yes. He's not top fight anymore. I agree. That's what I was getting at there. Yeah, Justin could knock out Charles in the main event. I'm not like downplaying that whatsoever. I think Charles can survive, and I think he's got a clear edge on the ground. And if he gets it there, that's where things get interesting. One bettor has bet 5K on Carlos Esparza. If it hits, they win 13,000. Let's see. Remember, Carla's getting married next week, so I don't think she wants to take too much damage. I need Chandler Connor in August. We'll see. I think Dustin can beat Chandler, but it's close. What do you think? Close. I'd have to look in that one a little bit more. Tony Ferguson, Michelle Pereira. He's not fighting Michelle Pereira. Again, Tony Ferguson at this stage in his career is going to fight named guys that are on the downfall. Pereira doesn't fit in that mold whatsoever. Pereira is not a named guy. He beats Pereira. What does that do for him? I don't even think. I think Tony should stay at 155. Like, I don't think the weight cut's a thing for him, really. Chandler, Connor, Ferguson, Hooker, loser goes home. Ferguson, Hooker, loser goes home. For Ferguson, Hooker. Could do that. I really think Charles was a heavy favorite against Dustin matchup-wise, but I can really see Charles getting KO'd by Gaethje. In my opinion, one of the worst matchup for him is Chandler and Gaethje. But he beat Chandler. So doesn't that give kind of evidence that he would probably beat Gaethje as well? I don't know. Like, to me, we've seen the Gaethje fight already with the Chandler fight. And I think, if anything, if he's watching that fight, he's going, look, I'm not going to try and strike with this guy because it's going to be a mistake. Like, if I'm Oliveira, I'm going to try and get this to the fence as much as I can, get it down to the ground as soon as I can. Like, I'm doing all those things. I'm not going to strike. If he's going to strike with Gaethje, you're just playing with fire. As good as his stand-up is, that's just a dumb move. Tony Moswell seems interesting. Oswald's way bigger than him. I don't think, I don't want to see that. Rooting for Charles 100%. There we go. Them wedding pics will be one of a kind. Can you imagine if Rose goes out there and just smashes up Carla's face, and then she has to go do the wedding? Like, how do you even have a wedding like that? They'd have to postpone it. Like, I don't know what bride would want to take a, set of photos with your face all bruised up, a week later. Just dumb on her part to do that. I thought Chandler was going to beat Tony by dominant decision, but what the hell was that? Yeah, that was true. If Justin wins tonight, I think they will do Justin Chandler too. No, they just had the fight this year. They're not going to do it that soon. I don't think so. Oliveira has more weapons to win. That's true, but Gaethje can present danger in many moments in the fight. He doesn't need any more chances. But again, I think Chandler is a similar style to Gaethje, and I feel like he's seen that already. So, to me, it's like, if he can beat a Chandler, he could probably beat a Gaethje. That's what I'm looking at. Charles is too hittable. He needs to wrestle. Otherwise, it's lights out. I don't think it's otherwise it's lights out. You're forgetting, if Charles gets us to the ground, Charles has a clear advantage on there. Could Gaethje Poirier 2 happen? Possibly. Yeah, we'll see. Again, we'll see what happens. I don't know. This is very unpredictable. Look, you got Trevor Whitman in the corner of Rose, and he'll be in the corner of Gaethje as well. So he's got his work cut out for him. You've also got Greg Nelson in the corner of Rose Namajunas, who's from Minnesota. He used to, I think he was Brock Lesnar's coach too, which is interesting. All right, fight's almost starting here quickly. We've only got 2 fights left. Can't believe we've almost done 2 hours here. Really, I was slow at the beginning, and then it's really picked up since then. So there we go. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Let's see what we got here. We're doing the tail of the tape. Very similar style, but Gaethje's more technical on the feet. Fair enough. Charles wins. I'll get some good money. I got cashback coupon at stake. There you go. If you're in Brazil, can you bet up to $100 on Charles on a simple win and get cash back if he loses? Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I just bet before we got on here, I took the Oliveira either wins by submission or decision prop, and I parlayed that with Rose either wins by submission or decision prop. I suppose she could knock out Carla, but I don't know. We'll see. We're going to find out really early if that wrestling is going to be a factor in this fight. Again, Rose trains with Justin Gaethje. She trains with, Usman's in there. Like, I'm sure she's worked on her wrestling. Like, I don't know. I think it's a big if. You're hoping if Carla can get this down. We'll see. Co-main event. There we go. Mahashev tweeted. Why did you say Mahashev Islam? Tweeted Ferguson was back 1 minute before the knockout. Oh, well, there you go. That's good. All right. Yeah, they always do this long, lengthy thing introduction for these title fights. So if you want to get a few more questions in, we can do it. Feel like Gaethje's been underestimating Charles heavily, which could really hurt him in this fight. Just off some of the stuff he said, maybe. Where does Trevor Whitman fit as one of the best coaches if Gaethje wins tonight? Oh, he's got to be up there, right? Because remember, he helped Usman too for his last couple fights. So. All right. What else do we have here? Second round head kick. Thug Rose takes the win. That's true. We'll see. Remember, guys, after, well, it'll be after the main event. I'll be doing a recap show after this, too. So if you guys have further questions, we can get to it there. But we'll see. And they put Claudia Gadea's tweet on the screen, and she spelt title wrong. It looked like tittle. It's funny. Rose with her, I'm the best thing that she keeps saying to herself. Whatever works. I mean, if you can get it done, you can get it done. All right, here we go. Rematch in the making. Yeah, we are. You're right. It is almost midnight, and we're at the co-main, and this could go the distance. We'll see. If Gaethje wins, could they do Charles Islam next? No. If Gaethje wins, they'll do Gaethje and Islam. I think potentially. Or I see what you're saying because the Dana wants him to take one more fight. Yeah, maybe they. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Rose Namajunas in the black and gold. Carla in the gray and black and a bit of red on there as well too. Yeah, DC brought up a good point. Rose's stance sort of leads into her wanting Carla to come in, and that way she can, try and do something here. So we'll see. She's not being overly aggressive because of the wrestling, I'm assuming. But Carla with a jumping punch that doesn't do anything. Still circling. They're very patient. Yeah, not much going on here. Because I think Rose is waiting for the takedown and Carla's like not giving it to her. So Fans are going to definitely boo this one if it keeps going like this. There's just nothing happening. Carla landed a left hand. Rose countered. Trying to describe what's going on here. Rose lands the left. Little jab lands. Oh, they already pointed out causes a red welt. Carla Esparza. Yeah, fans are not going to like this one. Minute 34 left. Like barely any action at all. Nice leg kick lands there for Carla. $53 seconds left. Again, nothing's going on here. No, the Rose fight's going on. It's on the yeah, we got 42 seconds left in the round. There's just nothing going on here at all. 47 seconds or 36 seconds in the first round, I should say. Three for 22, 3 for 17, according to Cormier. That's the striking stats. So nothing. So how do you score that round, honestly? This is where it's going to watch. If this fight ends up close in the later rounds, people are going to say robbery. And then, like, because of that first round, but like, you can't tell me one person won that round decisively or not. I kind of give it to Rose a little bit just because it's like it seemed like she hit Carla a little bit, but yeah. So I'm guessing that got there. Okay, Jordan. If Amanda Nunes loses the rematch, who'd she fight next? In your opinion, she'd probably retire. What do you think about Valentina versus Pena at a catchweight since she fought Nunes twice? Valentina has already beat Juliana Pena at 135, and I asked her about that earlier this week. I interviewed her. She's like, she doesn't think that Pena is going to beat Nunes. If she does, then she might consider it. But for now, there's a lot of things going on at 125. Carlo's a more active fighter, though. Do they do a 10-10? Yeah, I guess 10-9 Carla. I see what you guys are saying because I guess Carla was the one pressing forward. See what Twitter says. I'm curious what people think. I don't know how you score that round. Yeah, so it's kind of mixed on my timeline. A lot of people saying 10-10, 10-10, whatever, but anyway, second round's going on, 4:22 left. Dean Thomas saying everyone in the building lost that first round. It's true, yeah. And nothing happened in that round. Need to see something this round. Come on, people. Oh, Carla trying to get the takedown. She almost got it there. Rose gets right back up to her feet. Yeah, big like DC points out, big for Rose defending that. So yeah, everyone's saying 10-10. So first rounds, forget about the first round. Doesn't mean anything. This is really odd. Like I get Rose being worried about the wrestling, but I don't know. This almost seems too cautious. What do I know? That's why I'm here and I'm not fighting in the cage. Yeah, so still not much happening in this round. Like I said, the one takedown attempt from Carla, but Rose has got to do something in this round or she might lose. Carla trying to strike now, trying to hit Rose. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. Come on, girls. We got to see something here. Carla hits air. I should just talk about the air shots. Yeah, left hand almost lands there for Rose. Less than a minute to go here. Rogan's like, this is the most uneventful title 2 rounds ever. And I agree with him. There's nothing going on here. They're talking about how Romero and Adesanya was more entertaining than this. And that wasn't a good fight. But yeah, this is not good. Like, someone's gonna pick it up. So leg kick lands there for Carla. Like, honestly, Carla might win this round here. This is crazy. Like, she had like a takedown attempt that didn't really go through. Rose stuffed it. And now they're doing the wave in the crowd, which is never a good sign in a title fight. Jesus. 17 seconds, 16 seconds left. I think Carla won that round. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see it. They're just doing the corner advice now. We're hearing Colin Oyama talk to Carla. Okay, Trevor Whitman's like, you got to pick up the pace. Here we go. Let's see if the third round brings us anything here. So according to Joseph, the striking stats, Carla outstruck Rose 7-5. My God, could Rose be down here? This is nuts. Okay, now they're picking it up a little bit by the looks of it. Rose is trying to punch down. Carla backing up. And just trying out striker. Oh. Okay, Rose lands a left finally. Oh, Rose lands another left. Carla going for the takedown again, and she gets it. But Rose gets right back to her feet. Now we got some aggression here. Now Rose is up here. Now is Rose going to do something? You got her up here. You almost got her against the cage. Let's see if she does something here. Let's see what happens. Oh, feeds out. Oh, feeds back. Huh. I actually paid for this, so come on. Oh, Carla hits Rose with a nice left. Nice jab lands. Under 3 minutes left in round 3. Oh, a little bit. This is definitely by far the most, like, much better round here. Carla keeps trying to get that takedown. Rose stuffs it. Nice left lands there for Rose. Leg kick misses for Carlos Esparza. Swing and a miss there from Rose. Ninety seconds left in round 3. A little bit of blood coming out of the side of Rose's nose there, but oh, Rose looks off tonight or something. I don't know. It's just not what we're used to. It's like she's fighting to Carla's level. It's weird. Carla swing and a miss. Carla, I'd love to see how many shots Carla's missed because it's a ton. Okay, minute left. So Rose do something here, and then she'll take the round. I think she's ahead, but you never know. There we go. I think that almost landed. 40 seconds. Oh, Carla, I think landed it right there. 23 seconds left. $15 seconds left. Okay. I think Rose won that round. So how do you score that first is the question. Maybe you give that to Carla. Second round's Carla. That round, I think Rose took. So I think technically Yeah, there we go. So they're tied at 16. I feel like Rose was a little bit more aggressive that round, so I think you give her that third round. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And sorry, the guy in the chat who's saying, "Oh, I'm not talking much." There's just not much happening. Like I don't know what you want me to do. I like I said, there's not much going on. I'm trying to describe as best as I can, but there's really like Joseph can back me up here. There's just not a ton of action in this fight. All right, third round. Let's see what happens here. Okay, leg kick there by Carla lands. Oh, yeah, and Rose finally gets her with the right there. So Rose lands a right there. Oh, Carla trying to take down again. It's stuffed. Rose gets, she's grabbing onto a leg now. Let's see if she can do something with it. Rose now gets taken down. Carla's on her back. Carla's trying to do something here. She's got the triangle in. Oh, she gets out. Rose gets out. Now Rose got her against the cage. Can she do something here? Let's see. Use that striking. So that was good for, I mean, I guess that would count as a takedown, but yeah. So that counts as a takedown there. So Rose has got to do something here because like they're mentioning on the announce booth, like that's significant for Carla. Carla kind of did something there and landed something. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find something there. There, leg kick lands for Carla. (21-18). Carla Esparza, the amount of strikes thrown in this fight, and we're in the fourth round. What is going on? They're just crapping on the performance. I wonder, there's going to be a lot of fan backlash, I bet. Watch, someone's going to say they're being misogynistic. I guarantee you, someone's going to say that in this fight, but it's not, it has not been a good fight. There's just been like no action. It's crazy. Rose, okay, good shot there by Rose. Carla trying for the takedown again. Carla again trying to get the back. Oh, she slams Rhodes down. That's definitely a takedown. Oh, there we go. Rose gets back up. Can she do something here? Oh, nice right hand there by Rose. Nice left there lands for Rose. Oh, Rose swinging a miss there on the right. 16 seconds left. Yeah, I think Carla took that round. So, I mean, realistically, I think Rose needs a finish here. Honestly, like, do you want to risk it? I mean, we could see Carla being the new champ just because of such a lack of activity. And Carla's got what, 2 takedowns? Yeah, I mean, I think Carla just needs a takedown and she's got the title basically. Like, this is how like weird this fight has been. Rose has never fought like this. This is nuts. Um, like that round, I think I think this was kind of interesting. So I think Carla took that round. So Rose took 3, Carla took 2, potentially 1. So Carla might be up 3-1 right now. Sorry, 3. Yeah, 3-1 right now. So I think Rose needs. I only gave Rose the round 3. I think she lost that round. So we'll see how this round looks. Like Rose has got to do something here, and if she doesn't, then Carla's going to win the title. This is crazy. I never like at the very least I thought, okay, either Carla's going to like out wrestle her the whole fight, and Rose is going to be out of her element or something. I thought that might have been a possibility, but just based off their last couple fights, I didn't think that was going to be the case. But this is like not what I expected at all. It's like both of them barely doing anything, and Carla getting like a couple takedowns to just edge out a title. Oh, front kick lands there for Carla. Sorry, I got to keep trying to remember to say stuff here, but there's just like trying to figure out what's going on here. Rose left and a miss. Right lands. That right landed. 3 minutes, 44 seconds left. Can Rose do something here? Like, I think she has the ability to finish this fight if she needs to. She's got to get a little reckless. Three and a half minutes left in this fight. Okay, Carla swinging a miss, trying to go inside. Rose now trying to land something there. Yeah, left kick, left high kick lands there for Rose. Oh, right lands there for Rose. Rose is doing something weird. She just put her hands on her hips, like, come get me. I don't know if it's something on her end or something. I'd be curious to hear if there's anything going into this fight. Cause now, like initially I'm like, okay, maybe she's just playing cat and mouse, but now it's like what's going on here? We're in round 5. Like Rose, like it's definitely more aggressive than before. Right hand lands. That's good. Minute 40 left in the fight. Jab lands there for Rose. Okay, minute left in the fight, and I think Rose is kind of winning this round a little bit, but if Carla gets one takedown, that could change things. Because again, the strikes, like she's landing, but nothing like significant. Like there's been no danger in this fight. Like, oh, there we go. Nice right lands there for Rose. Yeah, they're really crapping on the main event. I know people are going to give him a hard time, but I don't blame them. Like you got to call it like it is. Like this is just not a great fight. And no, this is not scripted. Why would the UFC want this fight to be boring? It's not doing anyone any favors here. Fans are still booing a lot. And Rose gets a takedown in the final minute. She's taking her down, holding her against the cage. 3 seconds left. 2, 1. Man, that was not a good fight. So I think Rose won. Okay, so first round, neither did much. You maybe could have given that one to Carla, okay? Second round, Carla. Third round, Rose. Fourth round, Carla. I think Rose took the fifth. So how the hell do you score this? Like, I think Carla could potentially have won the title here, but it's all about that first round. See, I knew this would happen. Like, we were talking about how, like, I knew this would happen in terms of this first round being a factor because, like, how do you score it? Like, I think clearly Carla won 2 and Carla won 4. The first round's up in the air. I thought Rose won 3 and 5. I mean, I think you have to give her 5, right? I don't think there's any questions here. So Rose outstruck Carla 33-30 on significant strikes. So honestly, this could go either way depending on how you score the first round. Because if you give it to Rose, then she wins. If you give it to Carla, Carla wins. Like, how crazy is that? And I think those other rounds are decisive. And it's not going to be a robbery, however they call this. Let's get this out of the way before we even hear the scorecard, because this is such like a there was such a lack of action in this fight. I'm kind of hoping Rose takes it by decision just for the sake of my bets, but we'll see. I think you could make that case because of that first round. Dana does not look happy. Could it be a draw? Maybe. Yeah. And if it is a draw, then it goes to the champ, right? Doesn't it? Or the champ retains her title. Carla wins by split decision. Oh my God. That's probably the right call. But man. So this kind of opens things up a bit, right? Like Yoani and Jacek Weili Zhang, that's new fresh matchups here. I mean, Rose, I mean, she lost the title for herself. She really did. You know? That's crazy. Props to James Krause. I know he had Carlos Esparza. What are your thoughts? Rogan's asking. I'm just floored. I can't believe that. It's just I did not expect that at all. Definitely add some variety to 115. That's true. Yeah, they're just doing the post-fight stuff now. It's crazy. Yeah, she's getting married and she didn't have a scratch on her face. So there you go. Rose lost. Rose lost by a split decision. Carlos Esparza won a split decision in one of the worst title fights you'll ever see. Just bad. Really bad. I don't think anyone deserved to win that fight, honestly. That was just bad, bad, bad. So, yeah. Well, now you got a better shot at getting, Yoni and like I think we got to see the rematch between Yoni and Jacek and Sparza, but she's got to get past Weili Zhang. So now we could maybe, I mean, and then Andrade is back at 115. Like this really opens things up a lot because Rose was beating everyone. But man, just I did not expect that from Rose. Like that looked nothing like the Rose we've seen in a long time. So I don't know. Just such a weird game plan. All right. Rose Jessica 3 is perfect. 115. Yeah, I mean, I guess now you got to start thinking of opponents for Rose. I mean, they just fought last year though, right? So you really want to do that fight now? Like who should Rose fight now that she's lost? Like it's maybe do Rose and Marina Rodriguez or Rose and Mackenzie Dern or someone like that, right? I don't know. Like you don't run that fight back. I know it was close, but you don't run that back. So she pushed the pace in action. I don't know about that. Call it, Carla. Yeah, no, for sure. I can see Dana trying to get Tatiana Suarez back at women's strawweight. Tatiana is the last person who beat Carla. No, Tatiana is like she's been off forever. They're not going to throw her back into a title fight or any sort of situation like that. I think Tatiana is going to get like a nice ease in and all that. So there we go. Rose was not Thug Rose tonight, as corny as that sounds saying that. No, she wasn't. Trevor had a weird plan tonight. I can see him going 0 to 2. I agree. Carla definitely won that fight, but Thug corner was atrocious. I agree. Meanwhile, Canelo is losing his fight in Vegas. I did see that. Yeah. Who won the main? The main event hasn't happened yet. It's happening right now. We all agree Carla won, but what the hell was up with Carla's corner? I agree. Can't wait for people on Twitter to call everyone sexist. Yeah, about the commentary. There will be someone who says that. I guarantee that. And it wasn't that at all. You could say, then they've said that. They even referenced some of the bad fights that happened tonight, like Adesanya and Romero and Lewis and Nagano. Like, come on. All right, let's keep going here. All right. Just saying, I know you wouldn't want that trash on pay-per-view, but needed her to drop the belt to open things up. I think it's just like Nunes losing to Pena. UFC needed Pena to take the belt. And I don't agree with that because there was other up and comers in the strawweight division as well. I don't think nobody wants nobody wants to see fights like that. It's crazy. How'd you feel if you were the fighter and won a fight like this? I'm sure Carla doesn't care. She just wants to win the belt. She's getting married, but yeah, you can't feel good about that performance. You barely like it's just crazy. Chandler needs to get all the checks because he saved the card. I agree. There's no urgency from either corner tonight. The pace should have changed after round 2. I agree. Do you think there's a fight of the night honored tonight? I don't. Maybe the main event. We'll see. As a Rose fan, this was just plain bad to watch. Respect to Carlo. I guess she did enough to win. That's how I feel pretty much. Just crazy. I've been like the biggest Rose defender. I've talked about how good she is. I think I picked her in pretty much every fight she's had. And yeah, she totally like, she didn't show up tonight. Sexism is definitely a thing in MMA. The way people talk Amanda Cyborg for being too masculine is disgusting, but that fight was trash. Anyone knew it saw. Yes, you're 100% right about that. I would totally agree about that, but I know there's going to be people talking about how they were hard on this fight because they're women. Someone's going to say that. While we wait next week, UFC on ESPN 36, Jan Blachowicz, Alexander Rakic. That's a great card at the Apex. I agree. Jesus, that was bad for Rose. Yeah, it was. I mean, that you just think of how much success she's had and how many great things that she's done. That's just crazy. Wow, I just realized they put Jack Della Maddalena and Ramazan Amiev on the pay-per-view for 275. What? That's crazy. I think Chandler's the best addition to the UFC we've had in last years. Yeah, it was a good pickup for them. Joanna wins against Zhang. She will 100% be the champ. Yeah, I would pick Joanna over Carla. I think. They're just showing stuff for Charles and Gaethje, so that's about to happen here soon. Yeah, I did see that the Canelo Alvarez lost too. It's just been a crazy night. So yeah, well, I think the winner of Ioane and Jacek and Weili Zhang will most definitely fight for the title because they're both fresh matchups. And Rose should probably fight Marina Rodriguez or Mackenzie Dern. That's what I think. We'll talk about that later. Just saw an interview with Waleed, manager this week, and he said that he's trying to convince Davison to get Moreno next for the bigger purse. He also said that Borshina was talking crap and should shut up. That's hilarious. Rakic going to finally silence Yuri fans and haters. How's he going to silence the fans, though? He's got to beat Blachowicz, so go see what happens. Canelo did lose. Yeah, I didn't watch that. Probably should have watched that instead of this, but I got to do the live stream, right? So, okay, finally getting to the main event here. I don't know. I feel like that just sucked all the wind out of my sails. We had that great Chandler finish, and then we had this fight after. So, anyways, as we wait for fighters to come to the cage, see what decide to go with. Ugh. 12:44 Eastern, 9:44 this time. I'm yawning because I'm a dad, and I'm always up early, so that's why I'm yawning. In case you're wondering, who will main event UFC 275? It's the light heavyweight title: Glover Teixeira and Yuri Prohaska. Let's keep the questions coming, everyone. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Again, I will be doing a post-fight show. I will actually post the link right now, so you guys can check that out. Post-fight show. In case you guys want to tune into that, I'll be answering questions as soon as I'm done. So. Let's see. What we got here. It's been a roller coaster. First the Shogun OSP fight, then the Chandler KO, then this boring fight. So this fight's got to be good. I mean, it has to anyways. It's two guys that don't typically go to the judges' scorecards. And I said don't typically because I know someone will be like, well, actually, dude, Gaethje went to the judges' scorecards with Chandler. It's like some guy last week. I'll tell you guys this. This is kind of annoying. I had a guy on the preview show last week say that I said that I clearly say that, oh, Gaethje's only had the one fight since Khabib. And some guy misheard me and said, oh, he fought Chandler in his last fight. I'm like, I know, man. I totally referenced that fight there. He's like, oh, but here you said that Khabib was his last fight. I said, no. I said he's only had one fight since the Khabib fight. Just annoying. People like to fixate on like one detail from like a half hour to an hour show. It's just crazy. So anyways, it's my little side thing there. Do we think crowd boos if Charles wins? Of course they will, because Gaethje's a Phoenix guy, right? I bet the Gaethje under 1.5. I took that as well. What else do we got as far as other things going on? Yeah, so again, I will go live after this. So okay, what else we got here? Calgary's down 2-1 as well. Not good. I hate Dallas. Like they have no like significance for me as a playoff team. Like I just don't care about them. And they're not going to go far anyways, even if they do get past Calgary. But we'll see. We will see. I felt like it's, to me, not to make excuses, Rose and Carla were screwed due to all the focus on them being on the weight issue with Charles. Weight issue with Charles. Why? But why would that matter to their fight whatsoever? I don't get it. I don't understand. Let's go. Charles. Was that the most boring fight ever? That was up there. Let's hope Marchand gets knocked out tomorrow. Yes. Not a big Brad Marchand guy myself. All right. We finally got Oliveira walking to the cage. They got to speed this up, man. He's walking to the cage. Just keep the questions coming, everyone. We got lots of time here. Nothing's going on. So. Gaethje representing his Mexican roots with that walkout. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I bet on Gaethje versus KO TKO. He will win it. If he wins, that's how he's going to win. So, like I said, like we were sort of saying on the preview show this week, I think if Oliveira wins it, it's likely submission. If Gaethje wins it, it'll be by knockout. I don't think this fight's going to the scorecards. In fact, the play you want to make is the fight doesn't go the distance. I don't think that happens. But don't listen to me because I thought Chandler was going to win a decision. And yeah, that didn't happen. So. Keep the questions coming, everyone. Let's see if I can get any other. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Kentucky Derby 80-1 winner. This is a good. I'll put this on screen, Jordan, because this is good. Kentucky Derby 80-1 winner. Rose loses a split decision. Canelo loses. Is there a full moon? I know something's going on tonight. I don't know what's happening. This is crazy. So there we go. Does this fight go past 2? I don't think so. You get the chance to check out Yellowstone. I have not. It's on my list. I'm actually watching is it the Dropout? The one about that weird CEO? Look, I'm watching that right now, or getting into it anyways. I have 1.5. Took a bet on Charles, but it's a cashback. Doesn't really count. Scorecard just came up for Rose and Carla. Yeah, I saw that. I think Oliveira's wrestling gets very overlooked. He can set up the takedowns as well as the striking. He has a good chance here. Yeah, I bet him as well. Okay. Rick Winter only gave Rose only round 5. Interesting. He didn't give her 3? That's crazy. Hi, Hasim. How are you? Brad Frank gave Carla 1, 2, and 4. That's how Carla won. Gotcha. Again, no issue with that scorecard whatsoever. I want Charles to win, but if he loses, I'll have something to be happy with. There you go. Makes sense. All right, let's see. The way the night's going, it seems like Gaethje's probably going to knock him out, but we'll see. I don't know. It just has been a weird night of fights. You know, it just happens sometimes. I want to thank you guys though for hanging out with me tonight. Again, I know this fight. We're gonna watch the whole thing. I mean, the main event's coming up next, but it's always fun chatting with you guys. So just wanted to give you a quick shout out if I don't have time after. And again, I do have the recap show coming on after this. So if you guys want to ask me more questions, you want to talk about other fights on the card, we can do that as soon as we're done here. Okay, tail of the tape here. The champ, Charles Oliveira, 32, Justin Gaethje, 33. 5'10" compared to 5'11. 74-inch reach for Oliveira, just 70 for Gaethje. So Oliveira going to be, he's a little bit younger, and he's got a 4-inch reach advantage in this fight. But Oliveira cannot win the belt tonight because he missed weight. So if he wins this fight, he'll be the number 1 contender. If Gaethje wins this fight, he will be the new champ. So we'll see. Islam Beneil booked yet? No, it's not. What's up, Seth? I don't know who you are, but how's it going? Let's get a couple more questions in here. They're just doing the announcements. You guys know there's nothing really going on here, so we will see. We will see. I'm doing well, Seth. Just hopefully watching a good fight. I mean, this has got to be a good fight. It can't get that last fight. I mean, that was just so bad that like that comes around once every couple of years. You see a really bad fight like that, like a high profile fight like that. You know, you have boring fight. I mean, we had a bad fight earlier tonight with OSP and Shogun, but that at least you can point to the fact that they're old. They're both getting up there in age. They've taken a lot of damage. Like there's a bunch of reasons you could say that. But these two women in their prime of their careers performing like that, bad news. So there you go. And there's Trevor Whitman again in the corner. I have a weird feeling if Gaethje wins, they do Conor Gaethje next. Well, I think regardless, that's how they would do that as well. So was Carla versus Rose 2 a 49-46 fight? It could have been. I mean, there's just no action. You kind of had to guess on some of those rounds. Gaethje never fails in fights. Well, he's lost before. It's happened. Okay, they're just interviewing Justin right now. I'm surprised no commission doesn't normalize the 10-10 round. Should be 10-10 rounds be normalized. Absolutely. I mean, the quality of fights, that's true. Feel bad for the way Charles has been treated. Go Oliveira. He still should have made weight, though. I mean, you got to give him that. I agree that the 5.5 is stupid, but come on, he's got to make weight. Did Ferguson win the first round of the fight before he got KO'd? No, I think Chandler won it because remember Chandler took him down, was raining down shots. So Ferguson had about a good 40 seconds in that fight, and that was it. The way things are going, we're going to get a no contest or draw. Don't say that. We got to have a good main event here. Come on, we got to end on a high note. You know, that's how it's got to go. Okay, here we go. Oliveira, Gaethje. All right, we're about underway here. This is going to be crazy. Like I said, it's probably going to be Charles Oliveira submission or Justin Gaethje knockout. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Here we go. And we are underway. There we go. Gaethje with the leg kicks. Oliveira with a nice overhand right that lands. Oh, Oliveira's got him in a clinch against the cage. He's kneeing him to the body right now. And they are going toe to toe. There's no oh, Gaethje hits a nice right there. Oliveira stands tall. This might not get out of the first round. We'll see. This is going crazy. Nice front kick there by Oliveira. Gaethje with the leg kick again. Gaethje using one of his good weapons. Oh, nice right there by Oliveira. Oh, he's down. Gaethje knocks down Oliveira. Now he tells him to get right back up, but Oliveira didn't appear to get hurt. It looked like he just like kind of got hit down there, but it wasn't like wobbled or anything. There, nice knee to the face by Oliveira. Oliveira's striking with him. I don't know what he's doing here. Oh, he gets knocked down again. He gets up again. This is crazy. Oliveira's really, he's got blood out of the right side of his eye. He got hurt pretty good there. Now the blood's really pouring down here. If you're Oliveira, though, like, man, why are you striking with Justin Gaethje? I know easier said than done, but. Oh, Oliveira fires back. Nice knee. Oh, nice 1-2 there from Oliveira. Nice knee as well. Now trying to get the submission. He hits again with the right there. Nice leg kick again there from Oliveira. Gaethje again counters. Nice uppercut there by Oliveira. They're in the clinch. Nice right there. Grazes Oliveira. Nice left that lands there for Gaethje. Trying to go for the takedown that's stuffed. Oliveira, oh, trying to get some crazy submission, but now he's on his back. I don't know if he wants to be here, and Gaethje walks away and says, hey, let's get back up here. Oliveira knows, or Gaethje knows that, hey, I'm not going to mess around with Oliveira on the ground. Some nice knees again by Oliveira. But you look at Oliveira's eye, man, that's not looking good. A lot of blood coming down there. Nice front kick there by Oliveira. Man, this is like the exact opposite of the last fight. Nice right there lands for Oliveira. Gaethje, oh, swings and misses. He slipped there. Oliveira with an uppercut. Oh, they both landed at the same time. Oh, nice front kick there by Oliveira. Another front kick there by Oliveira. He's wiping the blood by his eyes. He's, that's definitely bothering him a little bit. Leg kick there. Oh, he knocks down Gaethje. Holy shit. And he's going for the submission. Is he going to get it here? He's got Gaethje on his back. There's 2 minutes left here. This is not good for Justin Gaethje. He's going for it. He's laying down some hammers from the top. He's trying for the armbar by the looks of it. He's smacking Gaethje's face right now. He's got 2 minutes left. If there was an opportunity for Charles Oliveira to win this fight, it is right now. He's got some weird triangle on his head that he's trying to do. He's got him in like a weird triangle. Holy shit. But Gaethje's trying to get back up. Oliveira's got his back. Oliveira's got his neck. He's got it in. He's got the choke in. He's going to tap. It's over. Holy shit. It's in there. He taps! He taps! Oliveira is your #1 contender. Not the champ, but holy shit. Give this man some respect. I saw so many people this week saying Gaethje knockout, he's going to finish him. This fucking guy, every time, man, chin of granite. Bad chin. Bad. This guy went out there. He took some hard Justin Gaethje shots. Fucking love Charles Oliveira, man. Hate to be a little bit biased here, man, but I love watching this guy fight. Took some good shots from Gaethje. Still came through. He's talking to Dana right now saying, hey, I fucked up on the weight cut. What a win that was, man. Fucking love that. Fucking love that. That was awesome. That was so awesome. That is like vintage Oliveira right there. He knocks Gaethje down, gets some swarms. He's got the good ground game. Love seeing that from Oliveira, man. That was awesome. Man, is that ever good. All right, get your questions in here as we let this sort of marinate a little bit. What was Oliveira in round 1? I was curious about that. Oliveira wins in round 1 was plus 380. That was awesome. Yeah, that's exactly it. You know what, man? Like, I totally agree with you here. So many people said this guy, he quits, he can't make weight, he's rattled, all this stuff. Look at, I mean, I wish you guys could see this, but man, that submission was just like the ground game is just so good. Ah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Wonder if they do Charles versus Connor. Connor should not be in a title fight, but whatever. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. Don't say that. I'm going to get all these people upset with me. No one's beating this version of Charles. I think Islam could be the guy to do it. And you guys know how big I am on Charles, but man, that was impressive. Like, that ground game is amazing. Never thought I'd see Oliveira drop Gaethje. That's how good his stand-up is. This is what I've been telling people. Ever since the Kevin Lee fight, you've seen the stand-up improve. Best win against adversity ever. It's up there. I mean, well, no, as far as adversity, I mean, we've seen some people lose, like completely lose and then come back and win, but that was great. Thought Justin had it. That was tough to watch. No one beats Oliveira for a long time. Maybe Islam. We'll see. That's the one fight I think could be a little bit different. No, he's not a quitter. Justin's not a quitter. Come on, you can't say that about him. Yeah, that's good. I hope the UFC doesn't make them rematch because he missed weight. Like, it was 0.5. That shouldn't, like, if he had missed by like 10 pounds or something. But man, I love Charles Oliveira. That's why we love the sport, man. To watch just watch a guy like, I was going to say dominance, but it wasn't dominant. He ran into some trouble early. But okay, let's hear what Rogan has to say. Hold on, I'm going to kind of go through that, and then we'll do the post-fight show. Okay. What does it feel like to have won, but have the title stripped from you? I don't know, Joe. It probably feels like shit. What do you think? That shouldn't be his first question. The first question I would ask is, how does it feel to overcome adversity and come through and get it done? That would have been my question, not the fucking belt. Feels like shit. Come on. Hey, there's something missing here. The champion has a name, and it's Charles Oliveira. So Trevor Whitman going 0 for 2 tonight. This is the message to the entire division. I'm a problem for the entire division. Look at this team. Look at me. I'm the champion. This is my time. This is my title. It should be right here. Who do you think deserves it? This is the moment here. He can be legit and say Islam, or he can say Connor. And honestly, I don't want to see Connor fight for a title right now. Oh, he's saying Conor McGregor. Like, I get it. You want to get paid, but come on, man. Conor McGregor just put anything in front of me. Cue in the tweet from Islam saying I'm the real contender. Like, listen, it should be Islam. Like, let's get real here. Or maybe you get Islam to fight Chandler. I don't know. So we're not getting an interview with Gaethje post fight. That's fine. Okay. I'm not going to stay here too long, guys. We're going to get into the recap show here shortly, so I'm going to close that right now. But man, what an end. That main event, just as someone who loves watching Charles Oliveira fight, that definitely made up for a couple of the other fights on that card. But what a performance. Speaking of which, thank you guys for tuning in here tonight. It was awesome. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and doing this live stream. It's always fun for me. I love doing this every month. I will be back next month doing it as well. Big shout out to NSPN for always hosting this on their page as well. They've been with me for about a year now, if not longer. They've been awesome, Eric and the whole crew over there. So big shout out to NSPN if you're watching me over there on their Facebook page and their channel. Join me on the recap show. It's a recap show, but really what it is it's more of a Q&A. So I will go through all the results on the recap show, but for the most part, it's just going to be a recap of, it's mostly going to be a Q&A for like an hour. So I'm going to post that here and you guys can join me over there. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Sorry about that middle fight. Just because, I know some people are like, hey, you weren't talking much. There just wasn't much going on there. So that was sort of the reality of it, but really fun stream here tonight. Okay. So I will see you on the other side on the recap show right now. I just posted the link in the description. If not, it's on my main channel, youtube.com/LynchOnSports. I'm James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon.